back with Azkeban.
Guys, welcome back to a new video. Today
And the,
100 days of hardcore Minecraft. I'm going to be doing it on a server, so that way
listen
Obama
to
and or Tristan
presidents
can play with me if I need
play.
help. Maybe some other people as well, who knows. I just hope Joe fucking Biden doesn't join the old cunt. But yeah, anyway, let's load into
And
the
420
server.
friendly.
I'm actually super hyped for this series. I'm going to build something I've always wanted to build at the end of the 100 days. So stick to the end, it will be dope AF. Okay, so the first thing I did was mining a tree like most normal Minecraft.
This guy think he gonna freaking chill out over here? How did you even get over here?
Oh yeah, and also tools. Then here I just dug myself into a hole so I could survive my first night in hardcore. Me too, okay, I dug up and went looking for a village. Couldn't find a village for fuck's sakes. Wish this was real life so I could just get in the motherfucking Trump shuttle and fly to one. Anyway, here's me on day 4 smelting iron. I had just got in day 3. And now I have full iron, just like Obama's troops in Yemen.
Shut the fuck up, Trump, you dumb-looking motherfucker.
How TF can you hear me, Obama? Where the fuck are you even speaking from?
We are in a Discord called you dumb bitch, oh mail.
Shit, for fuck's sakes. You must have heard me fucking your wife earlier as well then.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I was clapping Michelle's cheeks in Trump Tower a couple hours ago, bitch. Anyway, bye. Anyway, guys, here I found diamonds on day 5, which is pretty hype, but then almost died in lava. Must have been fucking Biden that put that shit there, the dumb gray-haired motherfucker. Oh,
This one's not as good as the other ones.
That was close. Here's me.
It's probably because everybody's trying to be in competition when Presidents plays. Ever since Presidents plays freaking came about, everybody was like, oh, that shit's winning. I could do that too. But no, you can't. It is not the same. Oh, this is what I'm looking for right here. The complex back rooms with the presidents. Listen to this. Dun, dun, dun.
Last warning, if you do not get your $21,900 in health benefits this week, pay.
Fundamentally, all you do in survival Minecraft is move blocks from place A to place B. All that changes to make the game interesting is how difficult that can be. However, in Creative, you have access to every single block in one menu, so there's no challenge to gathering all of them because they're all right there. Except, of course, for the blocks which are only available through the /give command, notably the command block and the other weird technical blocks. But outside of that, every block is available, you would think. But today, you're going to see me disprove that with some blocks and items you probably already knew existed and just didn't know weren't in Creative, some which you might have thought about, and some which you definitely did not, because they're weird permutations that no one really ever considers, but they definitely all exist in Creative Minecraft. And I want to quickly mention that if you subscribe to the channel, it is a great way to show your support, but also guarantee that you'll see more of these great videos daily on your homepage for the rest of 2023, as well as the latest in Minecraft news. I hope that's something you want to enjoy, but for now, I want to mention blocks given by
You're the one that's in my way.
and so just a rundown of all of those, because they are the most obvious secret blocks. There is the structure void, which is a fully non-there block, except for the way it connects to other things. There is the command block, which comes in 3 variants, and minecart, of course, which is absolutely hilarious. There is the barrier block, which is a block that exists like it's a real block, but can't be seen by survival players, but can be stood on, etc., etc. Can only be seen when holding another barrier. Very interesting thing. We've also got the jigsaw block, which is mostly used by Minecraft itself to piece together structures, but you can use yourself if you really like to. There is the light block, which provides light without any physical block to be there whatsoever. There are the allow and deny blocks for map makers, very handy for making areas. The border block does something where it allows you to fly, it will allow you to fly over it, but it won't allow any survival player to go above or below it. It's effectively a wall that goes all the way to the ceiling. It's made for map makers as well, and the same is true for the structure block. All of these are not really secret blocks, they're just kind of hidden behind the /give command, /give toycat, a structure block, and the reason for that is because this means that only, serious players can play around with these. But even if you knew about all of those, there are some blocks that you probably didn't consider you can build with in Creative, and allow me to go through them today. So the first, the most interesting one, by the way, this is my jukebox Woodland Mansion, high quality design, I know you agree. The very first example is interesting because the mushroom block was not found in Creative for many, many years. This is a mushroom, a giant mushroom I should say, and they spawn naturally in Minecraft as well as being able to be made by bone milling a mushroom, and yet when you find one in the wild, you get a brand new block which wasn't in the Creative Inventory before. However, now, as of recent updates, you can type in mushroom and you'll find 4 types of mushroom block. This is therefore no longer a Creative only block, except wait a minute, take out each and every single one of these, right? Place them down and then give them a look, and you'll realize something very interesting. The red mushroom block is red all the way around. The mushroom stem is stem all the way around. The brown mushroom block, as you might guess, is brown all the way around, and then this mushroom block is on the inside all the way around. However, when you grow mushrooms for real, they look more like this. They have sides which are externally facing, which are meant to be like this, and then they have internally facing sides. So, for instance, this block right here is going to be kind of like spongy on all textures, besides the top and the, I guess not even on the bottom. For instance, actually, are they meant to be like this on the bottom? Whatever. Anyway, either way, you can see that they have brown mushroom texture on some sides, and they have mushroom textures on others. The same is true if you look at a red mushroom.
You're gonna have to get up out of here.
Even though the game acts like there is a mushroom
You're
stem,
in my way.
block, there is actually different varieties of it depending on where on the mushroom you are. You cannot pick up these blocks from pick block. As you can see, this is a really interesting type of block right here. It's red mushroom on the top, but it looks like cake on the bottom. You could do something interesting with this if you could tile this perhaps, but you cannot do that unless you use a different one. So /give will not allow you to do this, but by typing /setBlock, this is a different command altogether, you can place on your block, say, a mushroom block, which again, this does exist in Minecraft, the brown mushroom block, for example, but by making a different data, you can make a very different block. So this is the brown mushroom you can access with Creative. Again, you've got the most powerful game mode in Minecraft, but this is the brown mushroom block you can create by using the setBlock command. If we do mushroom block 1, it looks like this. So I think mushroom 1 is 2 sides than this, one side than the other. But if you want to make your own custom mushrooms that look like this and have them be actually accurate, you're going to need to use these secret blocks. There are all sorts of other things you can do with this. For example, I use the red mushroom block 3 right here to do something you can't do in normal Creative, which is make a wall that looks like something on this side and something very else on this one. I think it's incredibly interesting that if you view this from these 2 sides, it looks like an incredibly different wall to if you view it on these 2 sides. There are very few textures in Minecraft which are asymmetrical, and these ones are only accessible by using commands which place the blocks in the world. They can't be given to the player, they are solely versions which exist via placing with commands, which is a weird version to talk about, but it is a thing that can happen. For another fun example, here is a classic structure in Minecraft, right? The Nether portal. Everyone knows how to make one of these, and so given that you can do it in Creative, much easier than Survival, apparently getting it slightly wrong if you're me, but this is something that you can do if you want to make a real nice portal and light it up, and wow, look at that, I've now got something which can take me to another dimension. And if you're in Creative, something interesting happens. You can see these blocks individually, but they can't be pick blocked, and if you try to remove any piece of obsidian or any one of these, it breaks the entire portal. Just show you both those examples. You cannot have in Minecraft Creative a Nether portal without having all of the blocks there, which are prerequisites, which isn't very fun in my opinion. However, again, the exact same thing happens where even though Minecraft won't let you have a portal and remove the outside and the inside, if you want to, for example, make Pevernortal, God knows why this is so popular, what you need to do is you need to use, again, the setBlock command to specifically set a block, so we'll set this one like 2 blocks below me, to a portal block, which looks like that. And now, wow, we've got a portal block over there. We go up a little bit. We've got a portal block over there too. We go down a little bit, and then we've got a portal block over there. You see that? We're slowly starting to build out of these portal blocks, and these portal blocks won't doesn't seem to want you to fill a portal block in there, which is kind of strange, but I did it anyway, and so now I wonder, will this whole thing break if I put it next to it? Oh, a whole layer does. Man, okay, you know what, this is, I see why they don't give you this block in creative, but I'm also incredibly confused about what I'm doing here. I think I'm just making, oh yeah, this is fun, okay. So now, because of the gap spacing, it means you can make stuff like this, and isn't that
I think I
fascinating?
just
I think it is. Creative,
stole that guy's
block,
freaking
which is
lasso.
very widely known about, is the portal block.
You know,
what we're talking
his
about
llama's
portals,
looking
of
at
course
me
we have
all
to say the exact
strange.
same thing is true for
Yeah,
the
he's
end
gonna follow him.
portal.
Bing!
So,
No, you're not.
if instead of typing portal, you type end_portal. By the way, I feel so sorry people playing on controllers or on phones. We're getting these blocks.
I literally don't have anything to tie you up to, and you want to stay with your master anyway, so.
And yeah, these blocks are very, very odd. Obviously, you can kind of create these yourself by using end portals just like this, because unlike the nether portal, the end portal has much less like behavior inside of it. So here's something fun you might not know. If you build an end portal, which you can do in creative like so, when you remove the frame, okay, I guess they patched that since I said that. Well, I guess it's a very good thing I'm making this video, because you can only have an end portal while you have end portal frames. This is actually, for a fun example, one of the very few blocks in Minecraft which has the different sided texture. On the top, it's got this very crazy, trippy look into space and atoms bouncing around it, etc. Whereas if you go underneath an end portal, maybe you've done this, maybe you haven't, you'll see what it looks like. You can only ever know it was there based on the end portal frame. Because hypothetically, you could do something like this. You might be saying, like, what? So I can't, but allow me to show you what I mean. This is 3 stacks of end portals. The way they interact with each other is actually very confusing to my eyes. Indeed. Oh god, what am I looking at? Do you see this?
Yeah.
It's like looking at an optical illusion, except not at all. Anyway, so if you break a few of them, it makes it more confusing actually. But yeah, you can have blocks which are visible only from above. If you go slightly to the side of them, they vanish together. Isn't that trippy? Yes, it is. But you can't build on these blocks. Apparently now you can't even have them without frames, so it's good to know about. And did you know I just beat Minecraft? In creative, it's real hard to do this. Actually, no, just pay attention. Do you want to see something fun? Do you want to see my speed run of Minecraft? See creative mode? Right now, the record for survival is a few minutes, but let me show you how powerful creative mode is. Okay, so I'm about to do a speed run on hard difficulty using truly the hardest difficulty of all, creative mode. And get ready for this. I am gonna show you my speed. Oh, ready for that timer to begin. The moment I take my first action is when it goes, and
Listen to this.
Commercial break.
Yes, sir. So you're just actually going to $700 a month help card.
and we're in. Okay, let's go. You're into the nether. Okay. Oh, is it like that? And what's that? Have I just beaten Minecraft? Yes, I have.
Damn.
Did you know all it takes is 2 commands to beat Minecraft, and they're actually the same command? Because you might not know this, but an end portal in the end is actually the same. Sorry, it's the reverse with end portal in the open. It is a portal that takes you back to there, which is why this works in both directions. It's actually pretty cool. The end is a fun dimension. Maybe we need more dimensions and more portals, which we can only access in creative. But for now, I think that works just fine. Speaking of things that work just fine, but actually don't, do you see how this is a... I thought that was a mountain. Never mind. Imagine this was a mountain. For the sake of my... Wait, imagine that's a mountain in the distance. Don't imagine that's a mountain. Imagine this is a mountain. So imagine you're looking at a mountain, right? There are blocks found in that mountain, and indeed in strongholds, called monster eggs. You might know them as silverfish blocks, but sometimes you'll be mining the stone, and you'll run across a silverfish. Wow, I want to place these blocks down myself for my worlds. So what's weird is these blocks used to exist on the console edition, but have not existed anywhere else since. You cannot place down a monster egg by going into the creative inventory. I feel like they definitely used to exist in here. Like, where are they now? Like, where are the monster egg based blocks? Like, I'm so sure at some point you could do this in Minecraft, but I double checked, I triple checked. The only way to place down a monster egg is the same set block, and then you got to do all of that stuff. Why is that the case though? I mean, why do I have to place down all the different variants of it? It's very, very odd. It's also very odd that they all count as the same block. So monster egg 0 is this, monster egg 1 is obviously this, and then you can continuously just like raise up the numbers. Isn't that interesting? These all count as monster eggs, even though they look like very different blocks. There's got to be
Let's
some way to
see.
use this to your advantage. If you are a creative guy who likes to do fill commands, all of these free blocks, even though they're very different, would all
Hello.
be replaced by the same fill command if you want to.
Here, calling from my community dental centers in Monroe. I was just calling to confirm your appointment with us tomorrow at 1:40 p.m.
1:40 p.m. Okay.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye
Thank you.
bye. Bye bye. Thank you, George. The hell happened to him? I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Sorry. I was also looking at my Tic Tac video that I just made. Hmm. That's pretty good. Mm, already got one hit. That's one nut. That's great. Okay, let's get back to this, shall we? It's getting dark and stuff. I just wasted a whole. What? You got nothing that I would ever want. So I guess some money I could take off you though.
Overwrite them, so you could use this to your advantage. I don't know how. Oh, invested. Oh no. Is that why? Okay, here's an example of something where Minecraft parity made me realize what an idiot I am. While I was pickblocking these, it turns out you can find them in the creative inventory. They're called infested stone brick.
Yep.
They're not with the original variants. There is a whole separate... It's in here somewhere. There's a whole separate pile of these in nature. I guess it would be. There's stone. No? Okay, here it is. Infested stone, right next to the monster spawner. And, yeah, why is it called something different on Bedrock and Java? If Bedrock is really happy with its version of the name, why is it that to place this down, you have to call it Monster Egg, except when it's the Deep Slate version, because all of these blocks here, besides the Deep Slate, are Monster Eggs. This is called Infested Deep Slate, both in the game and in the code. Maybe you're just not meant to look at the code name, but if that's true, then why is it that they allow us to use the /give command, and they force us to use that to get various technical blocks? Minecraft is confusing if you think about it too hard, so instead of thinking about it too hard, how about we go to the next block, this one over here, monster spawner. So basically when you place them down, they have nothing in there. The only way to get a mob in there is to use a
monster
egg.
egg.
You can place any mob in there, including the skeleton or the zombie horse. These are, so the skeleton horse is technically not a particularly unique mob.
No, I put skeleton horses in there all the time.
Which does not exist in a survival aspect, but you can find right there. These mobs do have spawn eggs, so creative players should be able to spawn them naturally, but what if there were mobs in Minecraft that didn't have spawn eggs? I mean, the classic example of this would be the Wither or the Ender Dragon. You could spawn in Wither skeletons, but they think it's a bit too crazy to go to those things, and so yeah, if you wanted to summon one of those, you type in summon, and then you can get those going. However, what if I was to say there were extra mobs you could only get your hands on by doing weird things no Minecraft players should? Because in Bedrock, usually if you wanted to, on Java, spawn a zombie with diamond enchanted armor, etc., you could do that. On Bedrock, there is no, there's no way to spawn special versions of things, so a zombie can spawn in as a zombie. You can pick his spawn position if you want to, like, I don't know, 20 blocks in front of me or behind me. You can pick where
That
they
should be
spawn,
safe.
but you can't pick how they spawn, you just have to accept them how they are. Which means that you can do some clever stuff yourself to find mobs that you otherwise can't. So there is a 1 in 100 chance of your spider spawning as a skeleton jockey, and because Minecraft used to have the Wither skeleton and the regular skeleton share a mob ID, it used to be that in the Nether, that skeleton would try to spawn as a Wither skeleton. So I had someone who was on the more technical side of Minecraft help me with the planning for this video, so I didn't miss something really obvious and then everyone would hate me. And they said it took 10,000 attempts for a Wither jockey to spawn. I think I've gone through that many spiders, and I haven't got one. Do they exist or not if they're 1 in every 10,000 is yet to be known. Did he test on the Java edition and I don't know? I also don't know. Should I know these things? Yes. Does that mean that I do? Apparently no. And the conclusion is, do Wither skeleton jockeys exist? I might have made this one up, but you're gonna have to trust that I totally did not. Maybe it's some footage from my console from several years ago when they were first discovered, and hopefully that's good for you.
Folks, it's time to sound the alarm bells. The crisis that we warned you about is finally here, and it's far worse than we could have ever imagined.
Yep.
3 banks have already failed,
Yep.
and who knows how many more will follow suit.
They're all gonna follow suit.
Recording this video. This is
Oh,
the
by the time we
largest
finish,
U.S.
yeah.
bank failure since the Great Recession, and the government is doing nothing to stop the fallout.
No, because they want it to happen.
The President and Yellen swore up and down that there would be no bank bailouts. But who in their right mind would actually believe it? They're part of the same corrupt establishment that
Mm-hmm.
has been lying to the American people for decades, and they'll do whatever it takes to protect their own interests, even if it means using your hard-earned money to bail out their buddies on Wall Street. Don't be fooled by their empty promises.
It's not even
They're
about the
selling
money.
you out,
It's
folks.
about the control. The
We
money
won't
is
stand
just
for it. You need to take
something
action
to put in
right
front of
now
our
to protect
faces
your
to
hard-earned
distract us from
Consider moving
the
your
control.
money into precious metals like gold and silver,
And then they
which
do
have
that.
already shown
They put
significant
shiny
increases
objects in
price
front of us
as more
to
banks
force us to
fail
use the
and
money to get
investors
the
search for
shiny
safe haven.
objects,
So,
the
don't
toys.
rely solely on the government to
And we're
save you.
literally
You
like
need
all
to be
high on the
proactive and
toys
take
and
measures
stuff
to
and the
safeguard
shinies.
your financial future. One
And we
option
don't know
is
that
to
they
use
just
a
literally
legal
using all that to
IRS-approved
control
loophole
us.
to move your retirement account into gold and
I
silver.
mean, they might have it all,
We've got an exclusive
but
free
that's
guide
besides
that
the point.
explains how this loophole works and how it can potentially
So
help
even if
protect
they
your
didn't
wealth
have
and
all
your
the money,
retirement savings.
they'd
But you
still
need
have
to
some
act
type of
fast.
control
Download our free wealth
mentally.
protection guide right now and start taking
There
the
would be a
necessary
reason
steps
that
to secure your financial
the
freedom
general
and future.
public needs them.
Don't let history repeat itself. We saw the incompetence of the government in 2008, and we can't let them take everything we own again. Get your free wealth protection guide now.
This is going to be some footage for something else, you know, like Australia. Anyway, another mob you won't be able to find in the spawn egg inventory. Obviously, you can type in Guardian all you like, but you'll only find two versions of the Guardian. You won't find something very weird, which is the Elder Guardian Ghost. This is a real thing. You type that in, and it
Ghost.
summons in a Elder Guardian Ghost. Except, of course, that doesn't mean anything, because the Elder Guardian Ghost is used only on a technical level to show that effect when you go near an Elder Guardian. You know, this one.
Oh yeah, that one.
And so when you summon this without having the exact right position for it, it summons in an Elder Guardian Ghost to show on the screen of no one because it hasn't been summoned incorrectly. Minecraft will say that it's been summoned, but to prove that it doesn't really work, here is my repeating command block. Let's try and summon in an Elder Guardian Ghost. I genuinely have no idea how this is going to go. Oh! Whoa, that's weird. They're all dying, clearly.
And they're in the nether, and that's weird.
Oh, if you want to make a noise generator. Look, they have, you can see their shadows. There is a shadowy Minecraft mob that you can, that is so strange, I cannot get over that one. Okay, so yeah, you can see there's a ghosty Elder Guardian here. I can't punch him, I can only see his shadows and hear his screams for help. And isn't that beautiful? Maybe that's the opposite of beautiful. But yeah, hopefully
That's
if we
the
turn this
opposite of
up,
beautiful.
we'll solve our problems.
That's terrible.
No, they're still
Sorry,
dying.
I was
So it takes a while for some of them to...
mesmerized.
I have no idea. I'm more than a little confused about what I'm hearing, to be honest with you. Anyway, yeah, that's a fun fact you might not have known. By the way, if you're playing the Java version, you also have access to the Giant, which was removed from Minecraft a very, 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 very long time ago. And you also have access to the Illusioner, which was going to be a part of 1.9, and then it wasn't, and I don't think it's a part of any updates since then. It's an interesting mod by itself. They're both accessible in Java. Can I cut myself off real quick to say, here's another one I found after the video. Everyone knows that you can light fires using the flint and steel, and so the fire block, even though it's not in the creative inventory, it very much is a block, it is something that you can place down, and I decided not to include it, because it felt like at that point, can't you start including lots of blocks like this? I mean, is fire even a block is something people genuinely argue about, but here's the fun thing, right? When you place fire with flint and steel, this happens, slowly but surely. If, on the other hand, you use the set block command, you'll create, apparently, a field of fire that does the exact same thing. On Java, it does something different, but I guess I learned some valuable lessons about the weird things between Bedrock and Java that seemingly
He's
change that
mad.
you wouldn't expect. Like what happens
But I
when
took
you
his
place
lasso.
fire down like this. Technically, I need to mention in the same breath that you can do the
Back up
exact same
off me,
thing
bruh.
with Soulfire, so fun fact there, I guess. What are the secret mobs and blocks? Let's go through the rest of them, because they're all ones that you'd be like, well, does that really count? But I do need to mention them if we're going to have a comprehensive list. So, this is a potato, and this is a diamond hoe. So, did you know if you want to have a potato, you can have one, just like I do right here. If you want to have a hoed in the ground potato, you can only do that by placing them down like that. If you want to, even if you pick block this potato in the ground, it gives you one of these, but this means in creative, you literally have to hoe blocks if you want to have potato Also, therefore, you can work out must be true for pumpkins and for carrots and for everything else. If you want to have these blocks, you have to hoe them in the ground yourself. Which I think, for potatoes and carrots, you can maybe argue isn't that big of a deal. But I would say that for 100%, when you're talking about the pumpkin stems or the melon stems, these are somewhat interesting blocks. You could use them as decoration for something, right? Wait, here's my proof of that fact. As you can see, this is a very happy man. He's got like obsidian for eyes. Look how good my Minecraft building is. And then look at his little ears with the fun twizzly blocks on top. You wouldn't know that you could use these as building blocks unless you really think about it, and now you do. So yeah, the same thing applies to every single plant. There's beetroot, there's carrots. Okay. It's also for wheat seeds, etc., etc. But then it also applies to things like furnaces. You can find the exclusive block, the lit furnace, as well as the exclusive block of the lit blast furnace, and they will just stay lit even though there's nothing inside of them until you alter them otherwise. This is really interesting as a light source in my opinion, because if it's nighttime, wow, they shine so bright. But yeah, you can find both of these blocks. You can also find, as a fun example, the redstone ore. Everyone knows the redstone ore, very fun block. But did you know there is a lit version only available if you look for it like this? Wow, lit redstone deep slate ore. It exists like that until someone touches it and ruins it. There are all sorts of weird versions of blocks you wouldn't know existed. So yeah, I think I might ruin that now. But yeah, this is the version you can find by pickblocking this. But this is a version you can place down in the wild if you really want to. And I think this is fun for most blocks. Most blocks you might be able to expect. But the one that I think catches most people off is like, wait a minute, can you really use a piston arm? Why, yes you can, and as you can see, it seems to create a piston block that doesn't otherwise exist. This is one of the strangest blocks I've ever encountered. You can pick block it, and it'll give you the piston that you place down, but it's the exact opposite of a structure void or a barrier block or something like that, where it physically exists in terms of the black box, but it doesn't exist in any other sense of the word. And you can also use it to place blocks on the side of if you place downwards. That is a very counterintuitive behavior, right? Like placing down under a furnace and then having it be like that. But yeah, you'll also remove the sticky piston void, it seems. Technically, along the same line of logic, there is placing the lever on the side of nothing. Usually you can only do this onto a solid surface, but using set block you can place it on the air, and the same is true for the ladder, which as you can see, wow, isn't that fun? It works on both sides when you place it on nothing. I think that's very fun personally, maybe you disagree. Oh, it doesn't, that's me auto-jumping. I think it's very, very fun what you can do with different commands, and I guess that's what this video is all about. Minecraft is a very interesting game which has multiple commands with different sets of blocks for them. The creative blocks. The set block command has a different set of blocks, including the portal and including these lit blocks right here. And then the fill command can be used for all sorts of different things as well, including replacing things that exist. And then finally, on top of all of that, there are different mobs which can only be found in all sorts of different methods. Minecraft is a very strange game. Actually, also, just for fun here, even if you're playing on a device that can't be inventory edited, there are also inventory editing blocks that you can access, because Minecraft Bedrock has something called the Marketplace, and so if you go to a map called Hollydale, you look next to the spawn, you'll find some invisible bedrock. This is like a barrier block in every way, except you can't even tell that it's there. There's no block outline like there would be if it was a barrier block, and so you can clearly see that there's something here. I can stand on it, but you can't even place blocks on the side of it. You can just see there's a block there that does not work and that I can stand on top of, and which I can continuously place with if I really want to. Oh, you can't even place invisible bedrock and invisible bedrock. You can just have it right there. But you cannot get this by giving yourself invisible bedrock. No such block does exist. You cannot set block this in the wild. You have to access this through inventory editing. Apparently you'll also find a random guy joining your game, and I figured he might be impressed with what I have to say, so also, wow, young Moss 18 must think it's crazy too. But look at this, I'm slowly but surely removing this. Actually, wait, let's see if we can fuse this stranger right here. I told him to come stand here, and I think he's like very confused at why he can't walk this way. Oh, is he gonna work it out? You just gotta jump. You just gotta jump. You can. There we go. See? Okay, let's see if he has any thoughts.
There are 3 simple words that let you play any song or solo you can dream of on guitar. Whether you want to play around a campfire, at home for your own enjoyment, playing for friends or family, at open mic night, or just to see how far you can go. These 3 little-known words let you pick up the guitar and start playing a
I should be able to do it. I'm over there anyway.
Yeah, bud. Now the question is, do you think he knows what block this is by looking at it? Because if he does, then I think that was the most sarcastic, yeah, bud. But if he's like, whoa, what is that? Is that a stone pressure plate you're holding onto? That would be something else, right? Yeah, I mean, that's an answer to my question, too. Aha! He thinks it's a barrier block, but it's not. If I give him a barrier block, he'll realize very quickly that it can't be barriers. I assume. Oh, is it? Wait, can items fall through the invisible bedrock? Oh, that's absolutely hilarious. Okay, I'm gonna hand that a little bit better this time. Okay, there we go. I don't know how that just happened. See, he's holding the barrier, but he's not seeing all the barrier blocks that we're standing on. Wow. Do you see how mind-blowing young Moss 18 is? That's how mind-blown I would be if I saw this for the first time. And then also, funnily enough, if you want another block which cannot be found in any creative mode means or any command, usually only with inventory editing, download the Toycat Let's Play world in the marketplace, and you'll find not only at spawn are there these weird enchanted compasses. I mean, any enchanted, like they're not actually enchanted, but this is something you won't usually find. Also, books and quills, they're an item you can't find in creative inventory. You have to create them yourselves, which again, very strange stuff. But also, if you go to the Bank of Toycat, which is just next door, one of my iron doors turned into an update block, which I use to make lots of fun things. But yeah, if you just switch into creative, you can use that as many times as you like. And so, fun fact, different Minecraft marketplace maps with questionable QA standards. I'll be honest, with my map, it was solely like, I wanted to leave that block there, hoped no one would notice, and no one did, and now you can download it on the marketplace. But Hollydale is a free map you can get as well. There are all sorts of weird blocks that you shouldn't be able to access in Minecraft, and sometimes you can. This has been my guide to accessing the ones I know about, and it's kind of the proof that Minecraft doesn't have a consistent set of where blocks are available. When you're playing creative, or maybe if you're playing creative with max, permissions given to yourself, you should have access to all of the blocks, in my opinion. Once you have add operator privileges, you should be able to access every single thing in one menu. Even if that's not a creative, nice menu like this, it should be the /give menu or the /set block menu. Having everything have a different set of blocks makes it very confusing to know exactly where and what you can do. And ultimately, my point is that yeah, things in Minecraft are confusing, but if you want to make Pevernortal, or you want to make the weirdest one-way visible blocks, then you can do that, and you can do that by following the thing you learn in this guide. And if you disagree, then I don't know. I don't know if I recommend anything to you besides the joy of going through a big stack of nether portals and just spinning around and seeing the trippy optical illusion. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, because I'll see you in the end. Goodbye.
Charge your phone 40% faster with this new 4-port charging device. This $37 phone charger is taking the world by storm in the US. New groundbreaking technology can charge your phone's battery from 0 to 100% in record time and restore your phone's speed, performance, and...
Don't ask.
Today, on Block Explosion, we will be talking about a concept for a new type of shield that could totally change up Minecraft combat, and that item is called the Amethyst Shield. So let's take a look at it. Also, at the time that is being shown on the screen, there is an entirely new concept in this video that was not a part of the light mode version of this concept. So skip on over to that point in the video if you'd like to check it out. Other than that, let's get into the animated concept. Also, I would like to introduce to you light mode. Light mode basically lights up all the flooring here just like this lantern. While the actual light mode version of this video is brighter than what is being displayed here by the lantern, light mode offers a vibrant and more enjoyable experience if you're watching during the day. So if you're interested in watching the light mode version of this video, you can find it by clicking the info card or the link in the description. So let's begin with the crafting recipe of the Amethyst Shield. Because the Amethyst Shield is a very useful combat tool that increases mobility in player combat moves, such a useful and elegant item should have a expensive recipe to successfully be crafted. So the recipe for the Amethyst Shield would be crafted with 3 amethyst shards, 2 copper ingots, 1 shield, 1 skulk latch, and 2 oxaline bolts. If you put all these items together, you will craft the elegant Amethyst Shield. Now, the Skulk Latch is a deep dark biome treasure concept item from a previous video of mine. as are the oxywine bolts. However, the oxywine bolts are a rare archaeology treasure concept item. I also feel that ever since the copper golem was introduced, an item such as the oxywine bolt works even better in the context of Minecraft as of now, because I think that a robotic type copper golem and the oxywine bolt seem like a similar concept in terms of Minecraft technology. Now, the amethyst shards are used to build the amethyst on the front of the shield. The 2 copper ingots and 2 oxywine bolts are used to securely attach the amethyst onto the shield. Now, this is my explanation of how the amethyst shield works in the context of Minecraft. These ingots and bolts are used to attract a vibration charge, just like the Minecraft lightning rod attracts a electrical charge. Lastly, the sculpt latch is used to absorb vibrations that the shield receives. And once the sculpt latch receives enough vibrations, the sculpt latch and copper parts of the shield will release the vibration charge, and the amethyst will act as a type of amplifier for the sculpt latch. When this occurs, the shield will release a type of vibration burst that can be used for combat and mobility, and I will show you what that looks like in just a bit. But first, what do I mean by the sculpt latch absorbing vibrations? Well, I've been thinking of a concept for the warden that I will briefly explain. So we know that the warden is designed to sense vibrations, but what if the warden could absorb vibrations as well? So the more vibrations that you cause near the warden for it to absorb, the more combat type moves the warden can do, just like the amethyst shield. I also think that this concept furthers the idea of needing to be quiet in the deep dark biome. And this is where my concept for the sculpt latch being able to absorb vibrations is from, as the sculpt latch and warden are made of the same material. Now, the way that you build up a vibration charge in the amethyst shield can be done by walking around, by running, by deflecting attacks, by jumping, and swimming. Basically, player movement is what builds up a vibration charge in the amethyst shield, and the more intense a player's movement is, the quicker the shield is charged with vibrations. For example, running would build up vibrations in the shield quicker than walking, so the amount of time that it takes to build up a vibration charge is dependent upon the strength of the vibrations that the shield receives. But regardless, a vibration charge will take time to build up, so these moves will not be able to be used over and over, and the player will want to use these moves strategically. For example, a full vibration charge could take as much as 5 minutes to build up, and in Minecraft, 5 minutes is a good amount of time. However, this could be quite tricky, but if you manage to block a combat move at the right time, such as an arrow, it would immediately send the arrow back to where it was originally. A well-timed deflection would also instantly charge the shield with a vibration charge, so deflecting a combative move at the right time could be quite rewarding. Now, once you've stored enough vibrations in the shield, by let's say deflecting a few arrows, you can perform a amethyst vibration burst. As you can see, this move is quite elegant and can be used to push away nearby mobs, and even deal a good amount of hearts to a mob the closer it is to the player. I'm also thinking that each time a amethyst shield is charged with vibrations, the player can perform 2 amethyst vibration bursts, before needing to begin charging up the shield with vibrations once again. The ability to perform 2 amethyst vibration bursts with one charge is very useful when you want to combine amethyst shield moves together. Now, another one of the amethyst shield moves is about mobility, and that move is called the amethyst double jump. I think this move could be very useful when you're exploring, whether it be above ground or in the caves. Now that the terrain is much taller in Minecraft, being able to jump a bit higher while exploring the new terrain could be very useful for increasing the convenience of exploration. And if you're exploring in the caves and need to quickly get away from a mob, that extra bit of jump height that you gain from the amethyst double jump could be just what you need in that situation. I also think that it could be quite fun to jump across a gap using the amethyst double jump maneuver. Now that I think of it, I suppose you could use both of your amethyst vibration bursts to perform a amethyst triple jump, which could be very useful to make the player even more mobile. You could even use this move to jump over a mob during combat. Speaking of combat, I would like to talk about another move for the amethyst shield, and the next move is actually a combination move called the sparkling amethyst sword. In order to perform the sparkling amethyst sword move, you must double jump first, then swing your sword to propel yourself back to the ground. If you successfully connect your sword with a mob, it will deal a boosted critical hit, therefore dealing more hearts to a mob than a critical hit typically would, because the sparkling amethyst sword is a difficult move to get right, but also a rewarding move when you are successful. This move could even ignore a player's shield if they're blocking, adding another layer of complexity to the Minecraft combat system. I'd also like to say once again that the sparkling amethyst sword is a complicated move to use successfully, and if you don't get this move right, you'll have to build up another vibration charge within the shield. I think that all these factors for this move is a good way to balance this concept. Also, I have more concepts to show you in this video, but if you're enjoying this video, I would really appreciate it if you let me know by clicking the like button, and if you'd like, you can also leave a comment. And lastly, I would ask that if you are enjoying this type of content, that you would click the subscribe button if you want to see more animated concepts just like this. And if you don't want to miss an animated concept, you can even click the bell icon after subscribing. That way you are notified when I upload an animated concept video. Now, another move for the amethyst shield is about mobility once again, and this move is called the sliding amethyst. This move is very useful for moving quickly during combat, whether it be left and right or backwards and forwards. The sliding amethyst move could be used to easily avoid a mob, or even outsmart your opponent by moving around them. I also wanted to talk about a combative move for the Warden that is similar to what the amethyst shield can do, because of the similarities between the Warden and Skulk Latch, that is. I mentioned the concept of the Warden being able to absorb vibrations, and how the more vibrations that the player makes around the Warden, the more vibrations the Warden will absorb, therefore giving the Warden the ability to do vibration-type moves, just like the amethyst shield. So here we can see a animation of the Warden absorbing vibrations, and once the Warden has absorbed enough vibrations, the Warden can do a vibration burst just like the amethyst shield can do. I like this concept as I think it connects these ideas together quite nicely. Also, as a side note, I'm thinking that the amethyst shield could simply be repaired with a few amethyst shards. I also wanted to talk about another simple concept called the amethyst monocle, and this item is a new archaeology treasure concept item, and basically what this item does is similar to what the bell does, because if I'm correct, the bell will make mobs glow when you are defending a village, and the amethyst monocle is similar to the bell in that regard. I'll explain. Let's say that there is a shiny diamond in this block right here. I'm thinking that once a player equips the amethyst monocle and a shiny mineral is somewhat close by, well, once the monocle is equipped, the player will be able to see a vibration particle of a close by mineral for a couple of seconds, almost like the amethyst monocle is able to vibrate at the same frequency of other minerals, therefore showing a vibration particle of where a mineral could be. Now, I'm thinking that the player could only use the monocle again 5 minutes after its first use. That way, this concept is more balanced, and the mineral would need to be quite close to the player for the vibration particle to even appear. Perhaps a mineral would need to be within a 5x5 radius of the player in order for the amethyst monocle to detect it. And the monocle isn't something that will show the player exactly where a mineral is. Think of it more of a vibration particle that shows the player the general area of where it can be found. There could even be different vibration particle types that could appear to signify different types of minerals. If you don't use the amethyst monocle for all of your resource gathering, it could enhance the mining exploration experience for the player. So let's...
You know, I might get deleted because of this. You see, I have chosen to take on the most powerful enemy out there, the Puppet Masters. Let me tell you the backstory. In the space of the last few months, I have been committed to finding the truth. The truth about the Great Reset, which is...
So let's talk about this new and unique concept. Some of you might recognize this fancy looking item from my Minecraft concept about what the Badlands update might look like. And this item is known as the Treasure Glove, and you can learn about it in my Badlands concept video. However, in this video we are going to use a amethyst mineral in combination with the Treasure Glove. And I'm thinking that once you build up a vibration charge in the amethyst shield, you would hit your Treasure Glove against the amethyst shield to transfer the vibration charge to the Treasure Glove. Once your Treasure Glove has acquired the vibration charge, you could then throw a vibration burst in any direction that you would like to. And if you were to throw the vibration burst at a bunch of stone blocks, something interesting would happen. Once the vibration burst makes contact with the stone, it all turns to gravel and falls to the ground, which actually has a few unique uses for different scenarios. One of them would be a new way to make renewable gravel. Now, let's just say that you decide to use this method to obtain renewable gravel. Perhaps as a plus for going this route, these gravel blocks in particular would have a much higher chance of containing flint. I'm also thinking that the amount of stone blocks that are changed into gravel blocks could be dependent upon whether or not you transfer a half or a full vibration charge from the shield to the Treasure Glove. Another unique use could be to use the Treasure Glove to close off a cave to stop a group of mobs from running after you. Or imagine if you were walking along a naturally generated stone-type bridge or path, and this happened to be in a cave or something of the sort. If a mob was crossing the stone bridge behind you, you could use the Treasure Glove to cause the stone bridge to crumble, therefore stopping a group of mobs from getting any closer. It can be quite useful to slow the Warden down as well. There could be some really cool uses for this concept that I'm not even thinking of, but this also could be a fantastic way to distract the Warden if it found you. Perhaps the vibration burst has the most noticeable vibration frequency to the Skulking Warden. So by throwing the vibration burst with the Treasure Glove, I think it would be a very unique and somewhat expensive way to cause the Warden to become distracted if it's after you. So I feel like it has a nice balance. I also wanted to say, in order for combat to be updated, there must be new types of gameplay mechanics added to change up the existing combat system in Minecraft. And I think that an item like the Amethyst Shield has a lot of potential to change up combat because it's so different. But there's a lot of things that are being added to Minecraft that change up parts of the game all the time. And there are times where Mojang will announce features for the game, and some people will say a certain idea isn't Minecrafty enough. But eventually it seems that a lot of those people end up getting used to those features, and without them the game wouldn't be the same. I also wanted to say that these videos are more about the fun concept ideas and less about how exactly these ideas would be implemented into the game. Because I think with enough designing, these ideas could work on lots of different versions of Minecraft. So this has been my animated concept for the Elegant Amethyst Shield, and if you would like to watch another animated...
Hey guys, Avid here, and behind me what you see is my spherical underwater base called the Deep. that I currently am building in my adventure map server. What's really interesting about a spherical base is it just stands out because Minecraft is a game of cubes, and when you start to put spheres and circles into it, you get these builds that are just really unique and different. So my goal today is to show you exactly how to make a sphere using command blocks, because you can make some really amazing builds like the Deep. So let's get started. So what you're going to need to get started is an armor stand, a name tag, which I named sphere stand in this case, some type of redstone to turn on this command block contraption, and then you're going to need a repeating command block and 2 chain command blocks. So for my first example, this is going to create a horizontal circle. So what you want to do is you want to find the exact center where you want to generate your circle and drop down your armor stand and make sure you name it with that name tag. Let's take a quick look at the commands that are happening here, though I just want everybody to be aware that I'm going to put all of these commands in the description of the video down below, so please take a look and let me know in the comment section if any of those commands don't work for you. The very first command that we have here places a green wool block 5 blocks away from wherever the armor stand is facing. The second command places a green wool block 5 blocks behind where the armor stand is facing, and then the final command block rotates the armor stand in a circle. So let's take a look. So as you can see, the wool is filling in at exactly 5 blocks away from the armor stand, not including the center block. So this circle here is 11 in diameter because we have chosen a value of 5 for that radius. In order to figure out the diameter from the radius of what's specified here, simply take the number that you choose, multiply by 2, and then add 1 to it, and that's the circle size that you're going to get. So let's take a look at another example here. So in this example, we are going to try a vertical circle. So what we're going to do is the exact same thing. We're going to place an armor stand in the center, name it with sphere stand, and both of the 2 first commands are the same, except for the third command block. Instead of rotating the armor stand horizontally, it's going to change the direction of the head. So it's going to point the head up or down. That's what this number here does. So let's go and see what happens. So it's starting to fill in and looks good, and oh, it stopped. So this is the interesting thing about vertical rotation, at least in the teleport command, is you can't just continue to increase or decrease it and have it go around a full circle. So in order to fix this problem right now, you would have to change the direction of rotation, and eventually the armor stand is going to, and if we just turn on F3B, we can see where it's facing. And you can see here now the armor stand has completed the circle. But I'm a software engineer, and that really bugs me if you have to go in and manually do things. I just want to be able to set my armor stand down and forget about it. So what can we do about it? Well, it does involve including one more command block, which I'll show you in a second, but it's really not that complicated. And like I said, you can just set this armor stand down wherever in your world and forget about it, and as long as that chunk is loaded, you're going to get a circle by the time you come back, which is much nicer than a lot of other methods that I've seen. So this includes the addition of one little redstone patch here, and then an impulse command block. And this impulse command block, all it does is it points the armor stand's head straight down at the beginning. The other 2 commands are identical, so we're placing that wool 5 blocks in front and 5 blocks behind of where we're facing. And then the very last command block, you'll notice, is a little different. So for each sphere that you create, you just want to make sure that you tweak these numbers until they're just right. Generally, for larger spheres, you want to have your head direction change a lot slower. And we'll see an example of a really large sphere in a second. So let's see an entire sphere get generated. Here we go. So we see the first pieces get placed in, and now it's starting at the very top and the very bottom. So we can see where its head is pointed if we just take a look at the blue direction, and we can see that the sphere is filling in slowly over time. So I'm going to speed this up in the recording just so you guys don't have to sit here and wait, but I do think it's really awesome to watch as this sphere fills in. So let's just watch it happen. And at this point, I'd like to add, I call this the hamburger phase because it really does look like a hamburger. Alright, so what if we wanted to make a sphere that was a lot bigger, like 5 times bigger? How would we go about doing that? Well, the good news is it's basically the same 4 commands. The only difference is you're going to change the radius numbers. So I changed mine from 5 to 25, which means this sphere is going to be 51 blocks in diameter, so it's going to be pretty big. The water base that you saw before, that's 65 blocks in diameter, so it can make some really big spheres. The other change that you're going to have to make is to the rotation values. So you notice here I'm rotating along the horizontal every 2 degrees now, which is a little bit slower than the last sphere, as well as I am rotating the head angle 0.005 degrees every time this command is run. So that's very slow. And the reason for that is because the larger the sphere gets, the slower you have to change the head angle, because otherwise what will happen is it'll start to skip rows and it'll almost look like spaghetti. And we'll actually get to see what that looks like, because I think you can make some really interesting things with that. But if we want a full sphere, then you want to make sure that it goes slow. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hop into a time lapse just so you can see this entire sphere be created. It's going to start at the tops and then fill in very slowly and come down to the middle. So without further ado, let's get started.
That's dope.
And so as you can see, it makes a pretty perfect sphere. All you have to do is sit back and relax, and it's just ready to go. So before I go and wrap this video up, I just want to show you one more thing which I think is really neat. If you adjust the parameters of this sphere generator, you can make some really interesting shapes, and you can even change the color of the front and back blocks, and so you get this really cool mixture, as well as you can add spheres inside of spheres. And so all this took was 6 command blocks to make this entire structure. So I just want to let you guys know that there are some really amazing things, and if you guys come up with any other ideas, just please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to see your creations. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did so, please leave a like down below. And if you want to see more of this content in the future, please hit that.
That was great, man. SpaceX, the presidents go to alternative universe with Elon Musk.
Zapier just integrated with OpenAI, and this is going to change the game for businesses and content creators. There's an infinite number of...
Gentlemen, as former leaders and 2 current heads of nations, it is imperative that you understand the new science revolving around the multiverse and alternate realities. Several heads of our various engineering departments were able to fashion a device that will allow you to jump between said realities. Using the terminal beside me and standing on the panels that you're on right now, we can initiate a jump to a parallel universe. In short, you will be pioneers in an age of incredulous scientific innovation.
Maybe there's a parallel universe where 140,000 ballots didn't magically appear in Wisconsin overnight.
Oh, come on, Donnie. Are we seriously still doing this?
Quiet, ballot stuffer.
Guys, act your age. We're honored to be here, Elon.
It is incredibly important that you realize that you do not have any metal on your bodies whatsoever before undergoing the initial jump.
What if one has metal on their body?
Like fused to bone?
No. It is superficial.
So a piercing then?
Yes, that is what we will call it. A piercing.
Can you just remove it?
It's in an undisclosed region.
Oh, he's got a Prince Albert.
Difficult to remove if you are catching what I'm pitching.
You know what? I think it'll be fine. Just leave it in.
Elon, is it necessary to remove metal each time we make a jump?
Nope. You only need to do it for the first jump. Every subsequent jump is fine to have metal on your person.
Why is that, Elon?
Makes it easier to edit.
What?
I said, the subatomic particles conform to the initial transitional jump. They are thus adapted for each subsequent jump and no longer bear the unstable risk of destabilizing during transit.
Ah, okay, that's what I thought I heard.
This piercing is kind of large, guys. Are you sure I'll be okay?
Let me make this absolutely clear.
Prince Albert.
Do not, I repeat, do not shoot or kill anything you come into contact with unless absolutely necessary. Do not engage in confrontational situations or invoke provoking circumstances.
Why the hell is everyone looking at me? I get along with everybody. I possess tremendous social skills, one of the best in our nation. Everyone is saying it.
Just out of curiosity, why? Will it somehow destabilize our own reality?
Well, no. But you don't want unwanted consequences in the realities you visit, do you? Individuals, communities, and societies there will bear the impact of your visit long after you're gone.
I always put America first, Elon. I don't care about foreign entities.
Okay, but this isn't foreign countries we're talking about. This is literal entire alternate universes.
Don't care.
I can tell this is already a mistake.
Don't worry, Elon. I'll keep this egomaniac in check. He is the beta to my alpha.
What the hell?
This here is a hollow pad. It summarizes the location, time period, and reality you are currently in. If you have any questions about where you are, it's best to refer to this device rather than confronting the natives. Like we said, we don't want any undesired consequences. In addition, it also can allow you to jump between realities. If you decide you're bored and want to visit the next location, just press the button in the center. George, I hear you are a TikTok influencer?
4 million followers and counting.
Sounds like you're tech savvy. You'll be in charge of the holopad, George. Something to note. Once you make a jump, there will be a 15-minute interval where you cannot make another jump.
Elon, shouldn't Kim also be in TK armor? I don't feel like his anime cosplay will protect him against much if we run into trouble.
I'll die before I accept your American hand-me-downs.
These are Category 6 realities, so you should be fine.
Meaning what?
Category 6 realities are the safest realities you can jump to. Even a child could go through them unsupervised. Category 1 realities, on the other hand, consist of extremely hostile and unstable environments. Only our highly trained field agents and veteran operatives have the clearance to engage in jumps to those realities.
You've been to these Category 1 realities yourself, Elon?
I have. They are nightmarish realms saturated in volatility. To venture into these realities is to risk being imperiled, so trust me when I say that you can ditch the armor and the guns.
Donald told us we had to wear it.
You don't.
No way I'm ditching this. It reminds me of a Nerf gun. You know, back in my day, Beetle Breaker Benny and I would load up some Nerf guns and shoot them at old Principal Willingham. Of course, this was back when you had to enter an actual beehive and propose to the queen bee herself in order to get the morning syrup needed for your Eggo waffles.
Oh, okay, maybe you guys should actually undergo a cognitive evaluation to assess if you're fit enough to make these jumps.
Listen, Elon, just answer me one question.
What is it?
Do we look badass?
Well, yes, you kind of do.
Then we're keeping it.
Fine. So here are your destinations, gentlemen. Jump 1 will take you to a reality where instead of migrating onto land, all fish decided to stay at sea. This caused them to evolve into mermen instead of primates. But don't worry, they're friendly.
Just so long as they're there legally.
Well, you would actually be the foreigners in this case, Donald.
I will teach them the lesson of manifest destiny.
Yeah, don't do that. The second jump will take you
Manifest
to a reality
Destiny.
where OnlyFans removed its adult content so that it could become sponsor-friendly.
Oh, what the hell?
What?
Bummer.
Why the fuck would we want to go there?
The third jump will send you to a dinner banquet with Putin. In this reality, he is a close ally of the United States and is even a part of NATO.
Can we scratch that one off the list, actually? If word gets out I had any dealings with Russia, those bastards at CNN will never let me live it down.
Fine, we'll remove that one then. What the hell? This isn't right.
What is it?
There's another jump listed on here. One to a reality where Epstein's Island is still up and running.
Wow.
Why the hell are you all looking at me? I didn't put that in.
Yeah, you're not going there. All right, gentlemen, prepare for initial jump. All metal items, including that katana, goes in this box here. Remember, you only need to do this for the initial jump.
Gosh, I'm so excited.
For once, I agree with you, Joe.
Launch commencing in 3,
This is history in the making, gentlemen.
2.
I'm so nervous about my piercing.
Wait, something isn't right. George, use the holopad to abort the jump.
You said jump? All right, jumping now.
Shit, this is not good.
Presidents go to an alternate universe.
Wow. Nothing like some interdimensional travel to get the old pacemaker up and running.
I don't think that's good, Joe.
Where the hell's Kim?
Over here.
Kim, are you all right over there?
Yeah, I should have removed my piercing is all. Just give me a minute to catch my breath and get my katana.
Where the hell are we? I was looking forward to meeting those mermen so that I could teach them in the ways of imperialistic expansion.
I was looking forward to sushi.
Well, looks like you two are both going to have to put that on the back burner for now. We're in a reality where the asteroid that rendered the dinosaurs extinct 66 million years ago never landed.
Wait, so that means...
Guys.
There are dinosaurs still around. Not good.
That one is eyeing your stomach, Donald. He might try to eat you.
Kim, you idiot, that's an herbivore.
Holy shit.
Well, this is no merman indoctrination, but it comes as a close second, I must say.
As beautiful as this is, I don't think we should linger here. It might not be entirely safe.
Hey guys, anyone care for some scrambled eggs?
Joe, where did you get that?
Well, I can tell you that it wasn't from Denny's, you silly goose.
Joe, seriously, where did you get that?
Relax, guys. I just took a look around, and while I was strolling about, I saw a bunch of twigs and leaves bundling around this tiny feller here. Didn't see anyone's name on it, so I decided to pick it up. You know what they say? It's never too late for breakfast.
Yeah. Finders keepers.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Holy fuck. Move, Joe.
Donnie, put that down. Remember, the slightest action could snowball disastrous effects.
Who cares? It's a damned raptor.
And it's an alternate universe.
George, how long until we can jump?
1 minute.
Don't shoot, Donnie. I have this. Hey there, little fella. I'm sorry if old Uncle Joe disturbed your nest. I didn't know, Junior. Here belonged to you. Now, it's true I was going to crack him open on that boulder over there and let the unrelenting sun scorch his embryo until he became over easy. But the important thing is I'm returning him to you now, because it's the right thing to do.
He's going to get himself killed.
Fuck it, I'm readying my blaster.
Wait, Donald, look.
Oh, see, now that's a good critter. Bye-bye, little friend. What a wonderful puppy that was.
Joey, that was a fucking raptor.
A fucking what?
You just cuddled a raptor, Joseph.
You indeed were hugging a raptor, Joe.
You all just allowed me to go up and cuddle next to a raptor? Are you guys insane? These eyes don't work like they used to, you know. You gotta warn me of that shit.
Joe, what kind of puppy lays an egg?
It's been a while since I took my own.
All right, we're good to jump now. Hopefully the next reality is the one that we're actually supposed to go to.
That's a freaking shame,
This doesn't look like the reality we were supposed to go to.
Oh my God.
Where the hell are we now?
My guess, a blue state for sure.
Something tells me this place is not where Elon meant to
Seattle?
send us.
What's wrong with it? It looks exactly like North Korea. A utopia of wonders.
I don't know if utopia is the word I'd use. People are starving and suffering in the streets.
All cogs must spin to fuel the war machine, Barack.
Jesus.
What is it, George?
This is a reality where Donnie lost the 2016 presidential election to Hillary.
Well, I could have...
Damn.
With a TurboTax expert who will do your taxes for you.
She done fucked it up.
I'm a pretty big sweet tooth, and around over here can get quite stinky sometimes. So this new gummy bear scented deodorant from Native has just been match made.
over there.
Damn.
Holy fuck, I saved these people from an evil they never even knew was coming.
Can we talk about that poster, though? I mean, come on, what kind of Instagram filters is she using?
Yeah, I agree with you there, Joseph.
Must be some sort of blemish removal or something.
A de-aging app, maybe?
Well, let's see. Elon's holopad also has an Ultra HD camera lens that will strip away any editing filter used on that poster if I zoom in on it.
Hi, Georgie.
Kim, can you please move?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
Fucking catfish.
Weird, I always thought she'd be a lizard under all that makeup.
I mean, I'd still hit, so I don't really know what you guys are on about.
Kim, what the fuck?
Cougars are my downfall, Donald.
I mean, surely it can't be all bad, right? Let's go find a Sizzlers and think about this over some hot grub.
Hillary dismantled the restaurant chain across the nation.
Hillary, you fiend!
It's worse, gentlemen. Under her term, the United States ceased to exist.
What do you mean,
Damn.
cease to exist?
Well,
She
it's now
sold
called
it
the
all.
sovereign hierarchy. Democracy is dead. In its place, the Clintons rule the people with an iron fist. Literally. If they speak out of term or fail to toe the line, massive robots, strangely resembling Terminators, are sent into...
Oh, shit. Sent into what?
To silence them, Joe.
I'll tell you this for certain. North Korea, in this reality, must have an unbreakable alliance with the sovereign hierarchy. We'd get along better than Liu Kang and Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Kim, Liu Kang was killed by Raiden in multiple timelines.
What?
Wait, are you actually being serious?
North Korea was also given the Liu Kang treatment by the sovereign hierarchy 2 years ago.
That's it! I won't stand for these atrocities. We gotta help these poor people suffering.
In his own weird way, Kim's right. We can't let these people carry on like this.
Look, I hear you guys, but they have ground control, air support, and I assume most of the people had their armaments stripped away.
Donnie's right. The only thing we can do is wait out the 15 minutes and try to jump back to Elon.
Hey, you! Stop right there. It's presidential candidate Trump, Vice President Biden, and former presidents Obama and Bush Jr. I also think that's a Panda Express manager with them. Mr. Chang, how could you betray me? Arrest them.
Enemy designation found.
Fuck! So much for waiting it out.
What the fuck? Who the hell is Mr. Chang?
This is not good. Elon told us not to engage in situations like these.
Mr. Chang. That's fucked up.
I'm taking down
Kim
as many as I can so we can jump out of
Jong-un.
here. Joe, you with me?
This is for fucking Sizzlers, Hillary, you crooked bitch.
This is for North Korea. Oh, wait, never mind. I don't have a gun.
Mr. Chang, the fortune cookie you gave me told me to be wary of those you regard as friends. But I never thought you'd be the one to betray me.
Keep that bastard talking, Kim. I have him in my sights.
I don't know who the fuck Mr. Chang is.
I'll miss your broccoli beef.
Mr. President, get down. Let loose the javelins.
Who the fuck is that?
Firing!
That's for all the Americans you tormented, Bill.
That's for all the Sizzlers you closed down.
Mr. President, are you all right?
Yes, thank you for your help, but who are you?
My name is Admiral
Oh,
Anderson.
it's that dude.
People determined to fight against the injustice brought on by the Clintons' totalitarian regime.
You're the leader of this resistance?
Me? No, not at all. I'm responsible for various rebel networks and cells across our nation. However, the ones to give rise to this rebellion, well, it was you. You two, Vice President Biden, and Mr. Trump.
Wait, we founded the resistance?
That's right. Well, this universe's version of you, that is.
And me? Was I a part of the resistance?
Of course. Panda Express proved to be a true ally of the resistance, supplying us with food and water whenever our movement required it to. You have my thanks, Mr. Chang.
I am not Mr. Chang. Sir, we have movement.
Admiral, we have F-35 Global Cyber Raptors en route.
You all need to leave now. Radio in Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden. You all need to evac before their air support arrives.
What about you? We can't leave you.
Don't worry about us. We have been fighting the regime long before you arrived and will continue the fight long after you leave. Now go. My men will cover you.
Donnie, get back here. The Clintons have air support coming in. We have to make our jump while we still can.
Negative, George. I got a visual on Bill. He's still alive.
Fuck! How much do we gotta throw at this guy for him to stay down?
Mr. Chang, your orange chicken may be delicious, but your betrayal has left a wound on me that will forever scar.
Fuck's sakes, I am not Mr. Chang.
Establish a perimeter. Any and all partisan activity ends here. Today.
If I crown him this time, it should put him down for good.
Negative, Donnie. Regroup with us now. It's the last chance we'll have for a jump.
Enemy units pinpointed.
Oh, shit. I don't think I'm gonna make it back to you, boys. Get Joe and make the jump without me.
Donald, where are you?
It's been a wild ride, gentlemen. Well, at least I took some of these bastards with me.
Donnie, come in.
What are you waiting for? Get it over with, you piece of scrap metal.
Well, fuck me. Looks like this sword is made from the metals of an asteroid. My generals weren't lying after all.
Hot damn. Thanks, Kim. Joe, we're leaving. Rendezvous at the designated coordinates.
Take away my sizzlers. See what happens. You Viet Cong bastards.
Is he usually like that?
Yeah. Meds today.
Roger, I'm on my way.
Thank you for all your help, Admiral. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
And we wouldn't be
Seriously,
here if
bitch.
not for your counterparts. Safe journey, gentlemen. Also, give Elon my regards.
Godspeed, Anderson.
Wait, he knows Elon?
One last thing. I am not Mr. Chang. Yes, I agree. No one makes Mandarin chicken like you do, Mr. Chang. Fuck's sakes.
Jumping now.
Farewell, gentlemen. Live to fight another day. Live to fight another day.
Finally, home sweet home.
I'll say I've had enough of those realities for one day.
Mr. President, thank God you finally made it back.
What the hell happened, Elon? I thought you said we were going to Category 6 realities.
There was some sort of anomaly in the network. By the time I detected it, George had unfortunately initiated the jump. The only reason you managed to return here is that I managed to recalibrate the system.
Anomaly is not the word I'd use, spaceman. We almost died out there.
Indeed. I was able to monitor when and where you made your jumps from the terminal beside me.
So you saw the reality where all the sizzlers were decommissioned? Oh, the horror.
Yes.
Oh,
My
the
team
horror.
and I have led multiple operations there in an effort to aid the resistance in their war against the sovereign hierarchy. Needless to say, I did not intend to send any of you there. Not today, at least.
What do you mean, not today?
Well, today was supposed to be a training day. Dip your toes in the water, test out interdimensional jumping. Then perhaps after a few more sessions, I planned on briefing you on that reality. You saw the horror. Anderson and I need your help in order to topple the regime.
What happened to avoiding confrontations to avert undesired consequences, Elon?
This is an exception. We have reason to believe the Clintons of that reality might not be too far behind from unlocking interdimensional jumps. If that happens,
then our reality's North Korea will also receive the Liu Kang treatment. Those imperialist pigs! When will their hunger for power and lust for militaristic expansion ever be satiated?
Going back to the anomaly, Elon, do you think it's just a random blip in the system?
Unknown. We're still trying to work that out.
Name any day or time, Elon, and I'll be suited up and ready to go back there.
Wow, Donald. What happened to not caring about other realities?
Americans from other universes are still Americans, Barack.
I'm hungry
also, I have some lasers with Bill and Crooked Hillary's name on them.
Maybe it was the right call to bring you boys here. Come on, let's get to the mess hall. I have your favorite snack on hand, Joe.
Oh, is it?
Yes, Joe, a chocolate chip Cliff Bar.
Do you also have...
Yes, we also have ice cream.
Oh, wow. Hooray.
I'll be right back. Alright, let's see what else we got. Every mob head. It's possible. It can't be possible.
me 2 minutes and I will show you how you can lose unwanted pounds faster than you ever thought possible. Listen, what I'm about to tell you...
Bases. Ever since Minecraft first introduced multiplayer, bases were just a thing that came along with it. As long as there are going to be people on your Minecraft server, there are going to be some people that you want to keep out of your house. Whether it be to protect your valuables or to just get away from your annoying neighbors, making a safe Minecraft base is pretty standard and something we've probably all done. Over the years, there have been hundreds of videos posted by creators massive and small, all showcasing the safest house in Minecraft. But surely I can't be the only one that's watched these videos and been like, why can't I just bridge over it? And yeah, I get that's all in good fun, but it begs the question, what is the safest base in Minecraft? In a game with infinite possibilities, there are a ton of different traps and defenses you can use to guard your house. However, they can almost all be defeated by simply mining or towering. But what if there was a base that couldn't be raided? A base so secure and protected it is physically impossible to get in? Well, today, we're gonna find out. I'm going to engineer what I think to be the safest and most secure, unbreachable base in all of Minecraft, and afterwards, I'll put it to the test against one of the best escape artists of our generation, Mithrodak, who straight up told me it was impossible. And we'll see if he can find a way in, or if I've won. This is Minecraft's safest base. And of course, super quickly, if you do end up enjoying the video, then please consider subscribing. We're on the final stretch to 1 million subscribers, and I'd love to get there before the end of the year, but I can't do it without your help. So please subscribe if you do enjoy, but with that said, let's get right into the fun. To design the most secure base in all of Minecraft, we have to decide what defenses we're gonna use. There are all sorts of defense mechanisms like blaze cannons and chunk bands, and I'm gonna go through and rank them before we start building. But before we continue, because I know this is gonna be asked, if the base is so secure, how are you gonna get in? Well, there are two very easy solutions. One is with the use of a timed ender pearl stasis chamber. You may know that using bubble columns, you can store an ender pearl and teleport back whenever you want. You could set up a hopper clock, leave the base, and once the clock goes off, you're sent back. Or, alternatively, and more easily, you can just die. If you set up an ender chest and put in all of your stuff, you can then kill yourself and respawn back at the base where you can access your stuff once again. Neither are particularly flawless, but sacrifices have to be made if you want the safest base in the whole world. But without further ado, let's look at the defenses. The most basic defense in Minecraft is the obsidian wall. It doesn't get much more standard than this. The obsidian wall is sturdy, blast-proof, and is relatively hard to dig through. But we can just go around it. Okay, well, we can just go over it. Okay, well, we can just tunnel under it. Okay, and now we're getting somewhere. But we can still mine through it. So how about using regenerative walls? This design is a classic and has been around pretty much forever. If you set up a cobblestone generator with a piston underneath, you can make a wall that fixes itself when broken. So whenever someone tries to break in, the wall will automatically fill the newly made hole. However, this design, like the previous, isn't foolproof. For one thing, you're vulnerable at the redstone. The redstone portion of the build, for obvious reasons, can't be guarded. Not to mention, you can't make a working roof without a very awkward edge that can be infiltrated quite simply, so maybe regenerative walls aren't the way to go. Well, what if the player can't get to the wall in the first place? What if we had a moat? The moat is the classic defense mechanism, and usually you'll find people building giant moats out of lava or some guardian-infested water. The latter is actually much more effective since you can just use fire resistance on a lava moat. But you can also just tower over a guardian moat, so that's no good. Well, how about turrets? Perhaps there is some sort of artillery that can make it close to impossible to approach our base. A very commonly used candidate is skeletons, or even blazes. While blazes can be bypassed using fire res, that doesn't stop the skeletons from completely penetrating our intruder. That said, if you use the super advanced tactic of digging, you can get by these guys pretty easily. But what if we made a giant void moat using glitches to remove the bedrock? We set up a giant canyon that's guarded all the way down to bedrock by skeletons. Well, now it's going to be really difficult to make it in. Except it won't be if you fly. You can just fly on top of the base and break your way in, even if it goes to build height. In theory, we can gather a lot of evokers and have them protect our house,
house, however they can eventually be killed or just snuffed by using a potion of invisibility, which is a fatal flaw of all mob traps. How about TNT though? If we submerge our obsidian base in water, we can set up TNT cannon dispensers that will periodically set off explosions near our walls, so that any player trying to mine them will be pushed around and disrupted. Combine this with hits of Elder Guardians giving the player constant mining fatigue, and now we have the makings of an almost unraidable base. However, with enough dedication, not even this is impenetrable. For instance, if you make an obsidian tunnel up to one side of the wall, then sponge out the entire area, nothing is stopping the TNT from blowing up the dispenser that shot it, and then any intruder can have easy access into the base. So that doesn't work either. Oh, what's this over here? You should probably do that. But then I had an idea, a glitch that I showcased in one of my previous videos, and who knew it would come in handy once again, an indestructible end crystal. If you don't...
Tinker's Item Editor gives you the ability to personalize the look of any of Minecraft's hundreds of items. You can change your iron sword into a flaming sword. And in Minecraft, you'll see your modified item in both the menu and in your Minecraft world.
It's upside down flame. That's for PC.
If you don't know, you can respawn the dragon using 4 end crystals. However, if you log out of the world while the dragon is respawning, every end crystal that generated will be indestructible, unbreakable, and pushable by piston into the overworld and out and around your base. Granted, this would take a ton of work, but now we have an obsidian wall covered to the brim by unminable, unbreakable end crystals. Their hitbox protects the blocks behind them, making it impossible to break in, except intruders can just use the same method that we did. If they set up a piston, they can pull the end crystal out of the way and mine the obsidian behind it. So that's a no-go as well. Another strategy I had in mind was chunk bans, and at first this seems really promising. A chunk ban is a device used to permanently kick off anyone from a server by overloading their computer. Put simply, it involves making this cursed book full of a bunch of characters and storing it in a dropper. And once that dropper dispenses the book, it's so demanding for the code that anyone within a 32-block radius will be automatically banned from the server. And so, what if you just surrounded your Minecraft base with a toggleable chunk ban on each side? It seems like a pretty good solution to our problem, and it is. But it isn't foolproof. If you shoot an ender pearl over the chunk ban, you just get to the other unbanned side. And if you're wondering why that exists, well, how is the owner going to use the base if the whole thing is banned? Well, what if you made a giant wall of blocks that blocks the ender pearls? The intruder can just shoot it over the wall at build height. We can stack boats above the height limit and block the pearl, but the intruder can just fly higher than that. It seems like no matter what you do, there will always be a counter. I mean, some players even went as far to develop a wither cannon. A cannon that shoots withers at a wall and uses its block-breaking mechanic to break through. And since this affects obsidian, it's a renewable way to chip at even the most protected walls. And once those walls are gone, an ender pearl will be a perfect way in. With the infinite possibilities that Minecraft provides, there will always be a way to get into any base. But what about bedrock? Bedrock houses are what you make in creative to troll your friends and challenge them to get in. So why can't we just do the same thing but in survival? Well, that's obvious. We can't get bedrock. But that's not true. In 2020, Razeworks, a popular Minecraft tech YouTuber, designed this, a bedrock item farm. Granted, the setup and patience required is huge, however, with enough effort, this farm can supply you with loads of bedrock that you can place around the world. It's a really cool farm, and now with a bedrock wall, nobody is gonna be mining through our base. If you want to be cautious, you can make the walls 8 blocks thick to prevent chorus fruit users from teleporting in. Similarly, if you set up trap nether portals inside the base, anyone who tries to enter with a portal from the nether will just be locked in when they arrive. It's almost perfect. Almost. because using glitches you can just break the top of the bedrock house and suddenly our secure base isn't looking so safe. However, a smart counter to this method will just be building it at a height limit. If you set up a bedrock base at the top of the world, nobody, and I mean nobody, can get in. So yeah, maybe making a bedrock box and using a bedrock farm is the best, most secure house in Minecraft. But that answer isn't satisfying. A bedrock farm for a huge bedrock base on an old version of the game? That would take hundreds of hours. There has to be another way. And I was almost ready to give up on this idea, and for 5 months I did. I didn't think it was possible and scrapped the video. But then I saw this. A video uploaded a couple of weeks ago by Mumbo Jumbo making his tiny safe house. And yeah, while his house isn't insanely defended, it does the job and makes a good video. But there is one piece of information in the video that's absolutely priceless, and allows me to present to you the safest, most secure base in all of Minecraft. This. What, it's just a regular house? Well, it's a regular house at 27 million x negative 15 million z. You see, on Mumbo Jumbo's video, he left this pinned comment. It's a little disclaimer finished off with the line, "The only true safe house in Minecraft is a hidden one." And that's it. It's genius. It's the reason that the longest lasting base on 2b2t, the most dangerous server ever, a base which survived for 8 years, wasn't defended at all. It lasted that long because it was hidden. It was millions of blocks away from spawn. And for a while, no one raided it because no one found it. It was safe because it was hidden. So with that in mind, and our truly safest house in all of Minecraft, let's put it to the test against Mithrodak.
Montage.
And point proven, it worked. While Mithrodak was able to enter the base relatively easily, granted the exit wasn't flawless, this base was just a decoy, with the real house being just a couple million blocks away, and the actual treasure safe and sound. No chance he'd be finding that anytime soon, making the score 1-0 for the safest house in Minecraft. But with that said, thank you so much for watching, please consider subscribing, and as always, peace out, have a good one, I'll see you next time.
Well, I'm glad to be your first epics.
Across the world, craze is back in Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free. Simple tax returns only. See if you qualify. Get the TurboTax app now.
Today I bring you 75 things you didn't know about Minecraft. So what's going on, guys? My name is Anthony, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys 75 things that you might not know about Minecraft. Now if you guys do enjoy today's video, then be sure to give this video a like rating. Now if this video is able to hit over 75,000 likes, then I will upload 150 facts about Minecraft. That's right guys, double the facts. By the way guys, this December I will be giving away 5 Minecraft account gift codes, and all you have to do to enter is follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and then retweet the giveaway tweet. The details for the giveaway can be found in the description below, but anyways guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into today's ginormous video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Back in the earlier days of Minecraft, in Minecraft Alpha, there was a feature planned where ghasts would spawn from nether portals in the overworld. However, the feature was never implemented, and good thing too, because that would be absolutely mayhem. When squids were first added into Minecraft, you were able to milk them with a bucket for some reason, which is a bit strange, but okay. As of 2019, Minecraft has taken the record of being the best-selling game of all time, selling over 176 million copies of the game across all platforms. Using a piston on a cake will simply make the cake disappear. As of the Minecraft 1.14 update, there is a really cool little trick that allows you to crawl in a 1x1 gap. To pull off this cool little trick, simply dig out a 1x1 tunnel as you can see, then place a trapdoor by the entrance, right click on it, then you'll be placed in the swimming animation, allowing you to crawl in a 1x1 gap as you can see, which is really cool. Be careful your friends don't trap you though. Wait, what's going on? It's so dark in here. Help me! Originally, boats in Minecraft looked like this, not having their paddle oars, making them a lot harder to turn. Husks are slightly taller than zombies. When the arrow was first added into Minecraft, it was originally crafted with 1 feather, 1 stick, and 1 iron ingot, whereas in Minecraft today, it's crafted with 1 feather, 1 stick, and 1 flint. Originally, baby zombies did not burn in sunlight, making them extremely annoying for players, but now they do. The animation for loading a crossbow in Minecraft Bedrock Edition is actually different to the animation in Java Edition, as you can see. I don't know if anyone's actually tried this, but you are not able to make a nether portal in the end. Towards the world spawn point from where you first created the Minecraft world. However, using the materials to craft a compass is pointless, because if you lay out the crafting recipe in the grid, you'll see that the compass preview is already pointing towards your spawn, so there's no need to craft it. In the Bedrock edition of Minecraft, players' eyes will actually now blink, as you can see. I don't know if that's just creepy or a really cool feature. In the upcoming Minecraft 1.15 update, you are able to extinguish a campfire by using a shovel. Believe it or not, you can actually be killed by a bush in Minecraft, because you take half a heart of damage if you touch a berry bush. Back in the earlier days of Minecraft, boats used to break if they collided with a block too hard, giving you back some sticks and wooden planks, which was very annoying. Villagers are able to sleep in beds in the nether, whereas if the player tries to do it, then the bed will explode. In the alpha version of Minecraft, the top of the furnace had the stone texture, making it very easy to blend in with regular stone. You will always pick up your items in the same order you threw them on the ground. You can create a pretty cool looking bridge design by using unlit campfires, as you can see. I really like the look of this. When torches were added into the game, they were originally planned to burn out after a certain amount of time and would require to be relit with flint and steel.
I remember.
In an early version of Minecraft in dev, when removing the block the torch was placed on, the torch would move to another block instead of falling off the block, which is really weird. Back in the earlier days of Minecraft, in Beta 1.9, jumping would give the player experience for some reason, which is a little bit weird, but okay. Also in Beta 1.9, the sun was changed for a brief time from being a square to a circle, looking like this. If a player tries to sleep in a bed that is occupied by a villager, then the villager is kicked out of the bed. How could you be so mean? Before shields were added into Minecraft, the player used to block mob damage by blocking with their sword, and it was also a great way to say hi to other players. The original default skin for Steve had a beard, or a smile. It could have been a smile too. The crafting table used to be called a workbench. The Enderman is the only mob in Minecraft that can naturally spawn in every dimension, which is the overworld, the end, and the nether. Notch, the creator of Minecraft, planned to add exploding arrows into the game, but sadly, this feature never made it, which is kind of sad because they looked really cool. Placing carpets on top of fences is a great way for the player to get in and out of their farm without hostile mobs interfering, as they are not able to climb on the carpet. When the wolf was first added into Minecraft back in 2011, they were able to attack and kill the player in peaceful mode if they were provoked, whereas in Minecraft today, they can't. I guess Minecraft worlds back in the day weren't as peaceful as they thought. Back in the earlier days of Minecraft, in the early versions of Minecraft in-dev, items used to stack up to 99 instead of stacking up to 64 like they do today. When first added into Minecraft, you could activate it by just simply punching it. Rose bushes do not apply damage to the player when you walk through them, despite them having thorns on them, as you can see. Do you think they should change this? Let me know in the comments. In older versions of Minecraft, in creative mode, attacking a hostile mob would actually cause them to be hostile towards you, which was a little bit annoying. I will never stop talking about this until they add this back to Minecraft, and that is that the rose used to be in the game, but they removed it and added the poppy instead. Why? Why can't we just have both? All sunflowers found in your Minecraft world will always face east, making them quite useful for navigation. Endermites will suffocate and...
Cash App Double Card is customizable, and there's a glow-in-the-dark version so you can always find it. Just open the app, choose your color, and draw your design right on your phone. Cash Card saves you money instantly. Just open Cash App, choose which restaurant or store you want to save at, and the discount gets applied as soon as you pay. You can use your card in the Cash App. Just add it to Apple or Google Pay, and then use it to shop online all before the actual card arrives in the mail. When it arrives, you can activate it and keep it safe and secure by setting your PIN
I know it's not going to go nowhere.
and use it in stores or the ATM. The Cash Card is connected to your Cash App, so when your friends pay you back,
and die if they are on soul sand. Rest in peace, random Endermites. On April Fool's Day, on April 1st, 2014, every player had their Minecraft skin replaced by a villager skin, as you can see, which looked really funny. Unlike tiny slimes, tiny magma cubes can actually deal damage to you, as you can see. If a cauldron is left outside while it's raining, then it will actually slowly fill up with water, as you can see. Destroying obsidian with only your fist takes 4 minutes and 10 seconds to do, and unfortunately I had to do this for the sake of the video, and I wish I didn't. If you fall from a high place and you're about to die, then exit the world right before you hit the ground, and then load back into the world, and you won't take any damage, as you can see. Back in the beta days of Minecraft, a message reading Minecraft beta unlicensed copy with a sad face could be seen if someone was to play Minecraft without purchasing the game. In the beta days of Minecraft, ladders had a 1-block gap between them, and you could still climb them. When the creeper was first added in the Minecraft survival test, they actually had a melee attack and dealt 2 hearts of damage to the player. If the player was to travel or teleport 30 million blocks from the spawn point, then they will actually reach a world border, as you can see. When tropical fish spawn in Minecraft, 90% of the time they will appear as one of the 22 varieties that are seen on screen. Whereas the other 10% of tropical fish that spawn, their pattern, size and colours are completely random, resulting in 2,700 different naturally occurring combinations of tropical fish. In the beta 1.8 demo at the PAX gaming event, when the Enderman was first added, they actually dropped diamonds as a placeholder upon death instead of ender pearls. You are able to make a really weird looking staircase by using fences and carpets. This is weird. You can kill a blaze with a snowball.
Yeah,
I guess they just don't like snowball fights. The most amount of blocks you can fall from before dying on any difficulty is 23 blocks. So if you fall from 24 blocks, you're gonna die. Another weird feature about creepers in the survival test version of Minecraft
as a method of attacking you. You can create a weird-looking staircase by using cake slicers. When Endermen were first added, they originally had green eyes and emitted black smoke particles, whereas today they have purple eyes and emit purple particles. Gunpowder used to be called sulfur. When spiders were first being created in Minecraft, they were originally brown. Back in the earlier days of Minecraft, the ghast's fireball actually used to be a snowball that was on fire. There used to be a bug in Minecraft where if you shot yourself with an arrow, your tamed wolves would actually turn on you and begin to attack and kill you. Monoliths were glitched areas of terrain that could be found in Minecraft Alpha, which resembled chunk errors, and they looked like this. Before Beta 1.8, cacti appeared to be somewhat larger than other blocks when dropped on the floor. I mean, just look at this cacti, it's absolutely huge! In the survival test version of Minecraft, players were able to cancel the detonation of TNT by hitting it for the second time, as they'll get the item back rather than the TNT exploding. At some point in Minecraft's development, there was a bug in the game where wooden slabs could only be destroyed with a pickaxe instead of an axe, which was a bit weird. If you exit your Minecraft world when holding an item like a diamond, for example, and then create a new Minecraft world, you will actually see a diamond in your hand for a split second before returning to having nothing. If a red fox happens to spawn in a snowy taiga biome, then it will instead be a snowy fox, which looks like this. On top of that, if a red fox is bred with a snowy fox, then the baby has a 50% chance of either being a red fox or a snowy fox. Before Eyes of Ender were added into Minecraft, glass pillars were added in Beta 1.9 to mark the location of strongholds, and they look like this. You can break a boat or a minecart by using a bow. Apart from the air block and bedrock, chests are the only other block in the game that can generate in all three dimensions, being the overworld, the end, and the nether. Wooden fences and nether brick fences are not able to be connected with each other. In older versions of Minecraft, Endermen were able to pick up cacti and place it on any block, like grass for example, which is weird because you can't place cacti on grass. Although foxes appear to be holding items in their mouth, they are technically holding items in their main hand, similar to the player. So there you have it, everybody. That was 75 things that you might not know about Minecraft. I really hope you all enjoyed the video and or found it informative. Now once again,
Find Diamonds app lets you locate diamonds from your phone. Paste your world seed into this line, and you'll get the exact coordinates locating your diamonds, ancient...
Hello, I'm Cat, and have you ever noticed how Minecraft villagers always tend to get in the way? They're the villagers always try to trade with you and make funny noises at you, and just generally get in the way of when you're walking through, especially if you have a mega highway going point through the middle of their town. And that's on them, not on you if they get in the way. So with that said, I figured, you know what would be kind of fun if we take the villagers out of their natural habitat and we forcibly deport them to the furthest place away from here that I can imagine. And you know what that is in Minecraft, the furthest place away from the swamp? That's right, it's a different dimension. We're going to be taking some villagers to the nether, but also we're going to be trying to take some villagers to the end, and we're going to try to establish a colony there using some of the villagers. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a guide on how to establish a brand new village in a brand new dimension. You want a nether or an end village, but also I'm going to be letting you know how to deal with pesky villagers who want rights and want you to stop building things right through the middle of their village, and that is the more important bit, I think. So let's dive straight to the first step, which is of course going to be taking villagers from their natural habitat and taking them into a third place first of all. So something you might not know is the fact that Minecraft doesn't just have these 6 types of villagers to go with the 6 types of village that Minecraft actually generates with, but there are also 2 other types of villagers. You can find swamp villagers if you happen to have villagers that spawn in the swamp, and you can also get jungle villagers, which in my opinion look the best. I mean, I'm slightly biased because they wear ocelot skins. Ocelots, you know, I'm an ocelot, okay, spoiler alert. But also, I just kind of think they look the best, but also for deportation, it's very useful as well, so let's teach you how to do that. So change the appearance of your villagers, what you need to do is you need to take them from their natural spawning biome. You can do that by a boat like I've got right here, and you need to move them to another biome where the desirable colours will be made. So in this case, if you want the jungle villagers, we need to find a jungle biome in our world, which I happen to know where one is, but if you don't know, you can just keep walking till you find a jungle biome. Then once you've moved them to the desirable biome, what you can do is you can set up a mini village of sorts there. So if you want to have some beds, that's essential. You can maybe have some work tables, you can have some walls to stop them from leaving, but you just need to make it feel like a village to them. You protect them so they don't die all of a sudden, and then you give them enough food so that they start breeding. Bread is of course the easiest one to give them, so this is how you do that. And then once the villagers have food, they'll start to make love. I mean, they're just like people in that way. And as you can see, two swamp villagers from my swamp village, they make love inside this jungle biome. As you can see in the grass, there's a jungle biome. And all of a sudden, a jungle villager comes out. This is, funnily enough, the Minecraft equivalent of a real-life concept called Just Solely. The idea of birthright by citizenship is what it's commonly known as. And the idea is, just because, no matter what your parents are, it matters where you're born as what your citizenship is. So, for instance, the United States and the UK and any other country you're likely watching this from, about 30 or 40 different ones in the world, have this concept where no matter who you are, no matter what region of the country, if you are born in a country, you therefore have the right to live there. Sometimes you need a parent to be from there as well. But long story short, because these villagers were born in a jungle biome, they are now jungle villagers, or baby jungle villagers, to be precise. So this might feel the tiniest bit like eugenics-y, I guess you could say, because we're trying to breed the perfect villagers, but really it's going to help us with the deportation as well, because if they don't have a natural connection to their homeland, it's going to be harder for them to go back there if they want to do that. So, guess what? We move them over here, we make them jungle villagers, so they're not really sure where they came from, and then we deport them from here, and they'll look better, but also they'll have less of a claim over their main land, which is how it works in a lot of countries that did mass deportations. By the way, I placed down a boat so that we could eventually move them, because that's how you move villagers against their will, and it looks like 2 of the baby villagers have just gone in already. Like, they're so excited to be deported, they even got on the boat themselves. Although I need to kick one of them out so I can go on the boat. But still, I like the enthusiasm, guys. By the way, just in case the grass thing wasn't useful enough to help you work out what a jungle is, because this doesn't look like a jungle to most people, and you might not be able to spot that the super vibrant beta grass also makes it a jungle. But the other key traits that you can chop down the trees, which most of the time when you go to a new world, you can just spot jungle trees, and that's the biggest giveaway. But you'll find some parrots there, and you'll find some cats. In fact, you'll find cats and parrots, and the cats, they like to do things to the parrots, so just be warned. Oh, sorry, ocelots, I should say. There are now actual cats, and they spawn around villages. Which actually means, fun fact, if you do establish something the villagers pick up as a village, you will actually start to see cats spawn around there, which is why we have this cat trapped under the ice right now. I don't know how that happened, but it's amusing to me. But then also you can see there's another cat over here, because ocelots spawn in a jungle, and cats spawn in a village, which means you can get both cats and ocelots spawning around your default villages. So yeah, now we just wait for the villagers to grow up, which takes about 20-ish minutes. It's kind of funny that one of the villagers wants to get in the boat for the episode, but they're not learning. I did not know that was a thing that was possible for villagers to do. Oh, by the way, I don't think I've probably explained yet why we're in a giant cube made of endstone, and, maybe we should keep it that way. But, it stops the villagers from escaping, doesn't it? That's what you need to know right now. Have I accidentally created a gulag, but in Minecraft and for children? I think that's a little bit possible. But, they probably deserve it, right? Sins of the father, and that.
Yeah, sins of the father.
I didn't tell them to. Oh my god, did you just see that? He grew up right in front of the other one in the boat. Well, there we go. Now we've got a villager. You'll notice how he's got green overalls because he is a unemployed villager, meaning he can't trade with us no matter what we want to do with him, because he doesn't have access to a skilled bench. We can change this wherever he goes when we want to, work him to death in the work camp in the end or the never. But still, as you can see, unemployed villager. How interesting. Oh, we've got another one over here too. Except this one's not unemployed. Oh, so this guy is a nitwit. This person is an unemployed villager. It's interesting to have them both next to each other. This guy will never learn to do anything. Sorry, buddy. And this guy can do something. So let's take them to the nether, where they can do very useful things. It usually would be best to, again, put one.
It'd be awesome if villagers could build their houses.
So now that the villagers have been born and they've got some questionable identities, we're going to take them over to the dimension we want them in. First, we're going to go to the nether just to prove
and their village.
I don't actually want to start a village there yet. I think that could be a fun thing for the nether update. But we are going to get some villagers into the nether because I think that would be fun to see. I do have an overworld in my nether anyway. So let's time to remind you that you really don't want boats to fall into the water if you're sliding them on ice. On ice, they go this easily. In water, not so great. And once they slide into the water, it's impossible to get them back onto the ice. So, just pro tip if, like me, you have a lot of ice to walk around. Oh wow, that was weird physics. Yeah, all of this is weird physics, honestly. None of this makes too much sense, but it's Minecraft. What do you do? Sorry, actually, let me correct that, the fact that we're doing a mass deportation. This is our craft. Okay, so Dragon Village is on land. This is a little bit more painful, but again, as long as you don't let them fall down all that, it's close enough. Oh, there we go. By the way, don't let anyone know, but we totally snuck them past the border wall that I have all the way around my Let's Play world. That's how serious this is. Yeah, if those previous physics were confusing, then this is another level above that, I would say. So a useful tip you can keep in mind if you do want to move villagers, say up a little thing like this, because you need to get them over to your Nether portal, which is on a little bit of a hill. You can use water to do so. It's a little bit tricky to pull off, especially on land. But we're going to try our best right now. Actually, we can put them in the water though. But let's try our best. So we put on the leaf, now we put some water there, and we try to pull them up the water. And as you can see, it just about works. It's tricky, it's janky. I don't know if it's designed to be that way. But again, it just about works, and that's all that matters for us. We're going to do the same again, and then hopefully again, until we get to the desired layer. Easy stuff. Yeah, these mechanics are very weird to look at, but they work. No! I don't think you know real pain though, so you have to drag 2 villagers in a boat all the way through a desert. I mean, I'm the one suffering here if you think about it. It's quite literally. I don't know what happens if boats have cacti. It's a reaction I've never had to test before. But yeah, boats, unlike people, cannot go on hard slabs, which leads to annoying situations like this, by the way. They also cannot fit through 1x1 gaps. Even 2x2 is a challenge for them, it looks like. There we go. If you really wanted to, because you can get most entities trapped in a boat, you could do this with a drowned and a spider if you wanted those in your Nether as well. Not that anyone should ever think that thing. Not that anyone should be thinking that way, but just in case you have arranged ports, now you can put them in the picture, I guess. No, wait, what? Okay, no, don't leave me. Get back in the boat. Get back in the boat. It is imperative that you get back in this boat. This villager really does not want to be in the boat. He is happy with the concept. So it's funny, one of the easiest ways to get villagers back in boats is just to steer the boat into them. Which you better believe I'm going to do. I'm coming after you, Nitwit. I'm coming after you. And there we go. We've got one of the villagers back in. Getting the second one is much harder. So there's a chance we abandon him. Okay, the villager's back here. So the easiest way is to punch him in there, which would hurt our relations. Or we can lead the boat towards him with this. Neither solution is ideal, but... Oh, come on, there we go. Everything's back to normal now. Okay, the Nether portal is finally in sight. Again, really it'd be easier to do this in the Nether, but there's no water in the Nether, so it's harder to make things like this happen. Side note, apparently you can actually just jump villagers up a layer if you want to. I don't know how I just did that, or if I can do this again. But it happened literally on the spot right there. Yeah, look at this. You can make villagers fly just by jumping on the thing a couple layers up. Useful. This water bucket technique was never required, then I guess. It's just a handy little thing. It's weird seeing the boats bounce like this. I don't know if this is usable in some way, but it looks like it should be. So I think we might have to get the villagers out of the boat to transport them to the Nether. It's been a while since I've tried something like this though, so let's just give it a whirl, I guess. So my plan here is just to build a little wall that should stop them from escaping this way, if they are to try. And then we'll do the same on the other side, and that way the villagers will have to go through the end. That's my logic at least. Let's see if it works. So now we break the boat, rock the boat if you will, and oh, literally instantly, okay, useful. And just like that, we've got 2 villagers inside of the Nether. So boats in the Nether are a little bit trickier to work, so we just place one down on this guy. We can do it one by one if we wanted to, leave this guy here. But yeah, all you need to do now is you need to take the villagers from the Nether end, which in my case is actually a Nether that I built to look like the overworld. If you haven't seen that, look, I like to have fun in Minecraft. That's what the game's about.
Oh, there goes the speaker.
And yeah, now we just take him to his new house, which was previously like my house, but I think it worked better as a villager house anyway. So an interesting thing about the Nether you might not know is that even though beds here have the unfortunate consequences that you can see right now if you try to sleep in them, oddly enough, villagers actually can sleep inside of these beds, which means if we place down a couple of them right here, we can actually basically make this a village. It's got beds, it's got walls, as you can see it's literally glowing green for the villager. You know, this is turning into a village in that way. We can also have the workbenches if a villager wants it. This guy's a nitwit, so he can't learn any skills. However, this guy has already learned, it looks like, the fisherman trade, which means now we have a fisherman in the Nether. Ever wanted fish but in the Nether? This is where you can get that. And I think that's kind of wacky. It makes no functional sense that this person makes a living fishing in the Nether. But again, I mean, it's some of the deportations we've seen in literally the last 2 years, so sure, why not, I guess. But yeah, now this is technically a village. We have villagers in the Nether, and it's kind of wacky to say the least. So as fun as the idea of having a little village in the Nether is, this actually isn't the main part of this project. It's more just a proof of concept of like, hey, did you know you could make this happen? And it is technically a functional village. They will sleep in the beds, and stuff will happen. You can even end up with Nether villagers, which are of course based on Nether villagers, which is counterintuitive to me at least. But yeah, you can get villagers over here, which is very, very, very strange. But again, the Nether is not my problem today, because the Nether sounds like a great place to start a village, but honestly, I think it's actually more dangerous and less fun than where I would start a village. So yeah, the main part of today's project is to do the exact same thing again, but a little bit more challenging, because getting villagers to go into an end portal is a little bit harder than getting to go into an end portal, but let's try it anyway. And by the way, the recommendation is always to do this with 2 villagers, because you want to make a breeding pair if you want to actually start an outpost and get infinite number of villagers, which is basically the goal. So let's go and do that now. I wonder if the villagers could fit into this camp, or if someone go, okay. You know, Minecraft code physics are flawless, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So here is something really silly you can choose to do if you want to. You can actually tie the boats to like a fence post if you want to. That way if you push them too far, there's like actual physics that happen.
That is
I don't know if you could use
crazy.
this for something, but I feel like you have to try. I mean, I can't say this makes perfect sense, but if it works,
It does. It's like you get them connected to the docks.
Later, I'm pretty near the end portal, but I'm going to go to sleep so that the villagers aren't at risk of a zombie attack at sea. So I'm going to try something for the first time. Can you sleep in a bed while you've got a lead attached to you? Because I genuinely do not know. Apparently you can. Leads are weird things. Leads are very weird things. And we'll bring the rabbit to the end of us too. It's been decided apparently. So, I don't know how dangerous this is, but I feel compelled to try and get past anyway. Please don't kill me, villagers. Oh no, okay, the one thing I asked you for, game, the one thing. Please don't die, how do I save them, okay, please, okay. So today we learned, villagers do not like lava, and it kills them. It's a shame Minecraft rivers aren't actually built big enough to fit that boats. You have to dig them yourself. It's almost like you're meant to change the road as part of the game. What a terrible thing. Okay, we're gonna have to come back for the bunny later, but I totally do want to do it now. If for no reason than just because it's at least a little bit fun. So I actually have the perfect end portal for this specific situation, as it so turns out, because most of these portals are down on the ground, which is a real hassle and makes things tricky. However, if like me, you happen to have a slip and slide installed at the front of your end just for this situation, then look how easy this is. I can have the villagers probably. Actually, I didn't realize boats could go on such a tiny network. It's something I've never really experimented with properly, but I guess it works. Question mark. Anyway, so now we're going to take the villagers down across here, hopefully at least into that end portal. I don't know if they can go in the end portal in a boat, or if there's lava below my portal. There might be. They might just walk through into that. Oh no! Okay, they're bouncing. That's safe. That's good. That's vaguely what I want. I'm going to put them in front of the portal. How does it break if I go like 6 blocks too far ahead? But they can. Oh god! Okay.
Wow.
So I'm glad I did put them in the portal because there was a genuine chance they could go on it. And given that genuine chance is still there, which can play things a little bit safer. This is in case they don't go through the end portal, just the dimensions in Minecraft work really weird. Dimensions in Minecraft Bedrock work even weirder. So it's going to kind of And now, okay, wait, no, don't leave me, don't. Okay, I'm really worried that you're gonna jump off the edges. I really don't. I cannot express it enough. So, place the boat around the villager, just and then pray the other villager gets in there too. It's a big if. It's a very big if. How do we encourage the villager to make his way up there? I really don't know. We're gonna destroy some stuff, but it's fine. Okay, so we're just gonna deliberately half block the villager so he can only move towards that. Yeah, there should be no other way he physically can walk besides to get in that boat. And if we do this, then it's just a matter of time he walks in. Science. We can even speed up the process a little bit more. If we just back the boat up a little bit, so there's a bigger area for him to potentially fall into. Oh man, you're teasing me now, villager. You walked 2 steps all that time. But whatever. Now the villager has fewer options. He's gonna just have to get into it. There's some awful jokes about why certain types of people don't like boats. And I was gonna say, oh, we should avoid making them. But this video is literally all about forced deportation. But you know what? That's fine. This is the most stubborn villager I've ever come across. He hasn't moved all this time. And I just don't know why he wouldn't. Lovely boat over here. Maybe if I like stand away from him, like just see the boat. Maybe he's under too much pressure right now. Yeah, for some reason this guy is moving 2 blocks at a time. The only reason I can think of this is he wants to infuriate me. Okay, there's one move you can make, Mr. Villager. Actually, at this point he's close enough, we can probably just nudge the boat back into him. Like, just go slowly backwards until the boat model collides with this tiniest bit. And then we'll be good. So yeah, let's just nudge it. There we go! You know, if Mohammed can't come to the mountain, bring the mountain to Mohammed. It's a famous proverb. But you know, maybe Mohammed should be able to go to the mountain, is my point. Anyway, so we've got the 2 villagers in the end now. Look how exciting it is. They're end villagers. But, you know, if we're doing real deportations, if we're really sticking up to our Soviet legacy, we can't just take them to the end itself. This is actually kind of nice. It's kind of inhabited, kind of colonized already. It's covered in glass. We don't know why, then a whole separate project for that. I have a lot of weird projects in Minecraft, okay? But I feel like, you know, let's go a step above and beyond that, and instead just, okay, yeah, we've got, you know, some villagers in the end itself. What if we took them to a place even more remote and even more desolate, even more isolated, uninhabited? And the only place I can think of that fits that bill is the End Islands, 1,000 blocks away from here, which sounds like hell, I'll admit. To make this whole thing a little bit easier though, you might recall that I built some ice islands recently, and to get all of the ice for this, I destroyed an entire iceberg biome, and conveniently enough, I didn't actually take all of the ice from said iceberg already. By the way, if you want to see the scale of the destroyed biome, some of you will be curious of that video, this is how many icebergs we destroyed. There were a lot of them, okay, and now there's not very many of them. In fact, there's 0 of them. But yeah, so let's take some of the spoils of war, which we put into these barrels just over here. Let's take some of these back with us to the end. The one downside is, unlike our blue ice pathway, the motorway in the world, we're going to have to use packed ice instead of a blue ice. We have very little blue ice left, which should only affect speed a little bit, but it's always a bummer to use the second best or something. But I think in this case it makes sense because we're only using it to move villages and maybe a river or something too. We're not going to be using it to, you know, of course, like transport ourselves regularly. So you've got to work out like the benefits of getting all the blue ice versus the fact that you only want to use it twice or whatever times it might be. Also, that ice, gosh, just destroyed something. What's that? Hello there. So I have this nether highway. It made sense for me to spend the hours to dig it because it saves me a minute or 2 or 3 every single time I come from the nether, which I happen to do a few times a week and I play a lot of Minecraft. So it ends up as being a good way to spend time that saves time, as well as being a fun project by itself. There are some projects, however, if they're not fun and if they're not going to save too much time, if you're going to use it like 2 or 3 times max, or even 10 times, you don't have like long-term repeatable uses, you shouldn't invest heavily in it. The real world equivalent of this, and let's talk about, you know, the Soviet Union, because we're on that theme anyway. So in Russia today, there is the longest like steam railroad in the world, the Trans-Siberian same investment as perhaps was put in the Trans-Siberian Railroad. So yeah, that's why the peasants don't get nice things. Speaking of peasants, let's start the process, shall we? So we're going to just start the road here, because eventually all of this end will be gone anyway. So we're just going to start it here, and just keep it going that way, and then we'll see if we can manage to effectively bring the villages along. I'm kind of scared they'll fall off the edges, and that would be bad for a lot of reasons, but we'll see if we can do it. Actually, just to make this look fancy, we'll start it with some blue ice, and then we'll switch out seamlessly and work on all the others. See, I mean, this is pretty seamless, right? You can't even tell the difference. And although you can obviously see the difference, you might not know that this isn't blue ice, and that this is therefore mildly less effective, or at least that's my hope. That's my dream. Okay, so this is where the safety wheels really come off. This is where, if there's a mistake, we can't fix anymore. So we're going to test right now if I can drag the villager boat all the way from here to there without there even being a real chance of it falling off. Because I am more than a bit worried, honestly. Okay, they're sliding fast. They hate normal. Should remove that. Okay, now they're by themselves. Oh, yeah, now this is this is nerve-wracking, to say the least. But it seems to be working to the best of my knowledge. Let's try and slide them a bit to the right. Oh, it looks like we can't drag them off. It looks like they're kind of stuck in their ways. So I guess we'll just walk and do it. This doesn't feel good, but it works. That is indeed. Oh, my knee. Okay. I'm gonna have to bring some torches as well. Okay, so I just did another trip back to the overworld to get some torches, because I've just realised if I'm going to have all of this ice in the middle of nowhere, I need to make sure that I torch it up as well, or I'm going to go spawn, and I'll also mess up the engine farm, which is a double bad thing, because it also might mess up the villages in the boat. So yeah, here's the plan. I'm going to leave the boats, or the boat singular. I'm going to just place blocks forwards in front of me. Every 10th block, I'm going to place down a torch, and we're going to pray to God something doesn't go horribly wrong, as likely as that may be. And just in case you've never been to the End Islands by hand before, we've done it quite a few times on this channel, of course, but if you've never done it, it's about 1,000 blocks out, which means we actually need to place 1,000 packed ice blocks, and we need to pray that during that 1,000 ice blocks that we put torches on, that somehow nothing goes wrong with the villages. But, you know, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Because most of the time, people are deported. It's not just a tactical move in the hands of like, oh yeah, you can remove a population from the area by deporting them, but it's also often clever, you know, I mean, clever maybe in big air quotes, but you know, it is also tactical to put them in places that people otherwise don't want to live. Especially if you think about Russia, which, like I already mentioned, has a huge, you know, it's the largest country now by a huge margin, even after it dissolved and lost 25% of its territory with the collapse of the USSR. A country like Russia is so ridiculously huge that there are going to be parts that no one wants to or really can settle in. Mostly we just call it Siberia. There's lots of people in Siberia, but there's parts of it which weren't really settled. So let's say you have some people you want to remove from their homes and you want to send a message about, you know, their stuff. You send them off to Siberia. What's the closest thing we have to MinecrafT Siberia? I think it's these 1,000 block away End Islands, which we are even now only 16% of the way towards. By the way, some real quick appreciation for the fact that the end actually has unique music that plays very faintly. It's also this absolutely beautiful remix of some Minecraft mobile music. Again, I think it's really good sound design personally. And I believe it was first a console feature, so another good example of Minecraft doing different things at the same time, which are pretty good ideas. Well, most of them are pretty good ideas. Which is also how I can place blocks in front of me right now, even though there's some portion of people always look at this and say, how is okay? How is this possible? Again, that's different versions of Minecraft, which is some games. Here's a good example. Okay, the villagers are still coming along the journey with me. It feels wasteful because I have no journey last bit of that already, so I'll set this up. Maybe I should have just but you know, we did it anyway. Okay, I'm 40% of the way there now. You know, on record, I can't see anything on either end, and I need to go resupply my ice, which is actually one of the risky parts.
Where's your mom at?
I need to... Oh no! Okay.
He looks just like your
so
grandma.
I lost the lead, but I didn't lose my life, so...
Oh.
You know,
How you doing?
even on that one. So, needless to say, as well as resupplying my inventory with packed ice, we're also going to have to go get That's fine. Okay, we got a new lead, and this time I'm just not gonna let go. I'm never gonna give them up, and I'm never gonna let them down. And you know what? I might not even run around at this level. That is my promise. It's actually kind of funny because some of the huge projects that you see in a lot of different countries around the world were only started recently because it's like, oh, we've got all these prisoners of war, we need to make them do something for us. So famous things like that. So a place called Death Cabin in one of the Southeast Asian countries. It's like, yeah, we killed a lot of people, but we have a really nice railroad going through Kenya. And I feel a little bit like this is one of those things. The amount of time and the amount of resources this is taking to make a functional ice pathway is going to be really high. But one, I mean, it's going to naturally suffer, and that's great. But two, I think it'll actually create something interesting when it's not highly functional, but highly interesting. And if that's not just as good, I don't know what is. Okay, now as the end islands have finally started to view, I really want to kind of recommend that if you haven't ever played around the End Space before, it's a great place to make a project because it's a Minecraft environment unlike any other, where for most of it, you know, right now you just see the edge, but for most of it it's not like that. For most of it, it's just void of nothingness, which gives you a whole different atmosphere. Like if you're looking at this right here, there's something beautiful about this parallel line nowhere. That's just me. But still, like, there's fun things you can do out here that I totally recommend. Oh god, I lost another lead. I was just trying to place a talk. Okay, well, there goes that idea. I'm in the interesting situation now where I've placed over 1,000 blocks of ice. I've made this whole pathway, but it leads to nothing, or to be more precise, it leads to these little end islands. And although I could go all the way to the island over there, it might just make more sense to go to this island instead. I have to compare the exact distances, but I literally can barely see that island, so it could be another 500 blocks, or another couple hundred blocks to be there. Also, is that a pillager raid that I spot right over here? I think it is. I think there's a pillager raid in my end. I don't think that's meant to happen, but I find it amusing that it has. So yeah, we're talking about another couple hundred blocks to get to this island, versus just sliding an extra, 70 or so blocks to this one. But then also keeping the pathway straight is actually quite important to me. There's also this island over here, but it's not really an island, it's more of a giant land. So yeah, I want to find whichever island around here looks like a true island, more than it looks like, a giant collection of them. So I think this one is out. And I think this one does the best job, because it's like two islands glued together in the middle of a bunch of end islands, which, therefore, if we want to do something with it later, that's going to be great. So yeah, this is my island of choice. Actually, let's just triple check this one as well, because it's fireworks. This is an important build, so let's make sure we do it right. Yeah, everything else around here is a bit too continenty as opposed to islandy, and these things are too small. But I think that might be a happy middle ground. So yeah, this is going to be tricky to maneuver, and I'm definitely going to have to build some guardrails, and I'm going to actually lead the villagers this way. But now we're going to try and just bridge over to that, and this is going to be my main place. Oh my god, they're looking at me like I'm just outside their crossbow range, I think. This could have gone horribly wrong if I was like 4 blocks or something closer to them, because they want me dead. Oh, this lines up so perfectly. It's on just the right level to hit the normal part of the center. And just like that, we now have a proper link between the end spawn area and this part over here. Now we just have to fit it in such a way that it's very unlikely to die. Great. So yeah, it's funny because even flying across this great expanse takes forever, so it would actually be faster, I think, for me to use boats. So this might genuinely have a good second use for getting to it from the village. Oh no, there's end portals. There's still end game. But still, it's a nice fantasy. Just like how deporting dissidents and hoping it helps your cause is a wonderful fantasy. Actually, let's test the theory if it is actually faster for me to use a boat. Oh, it is definitely faster for me to use a boat than it is for me to do it normally. Also, this is not much slower than blue ice. It's a little bit more controllable as well. So pro tip, packed ice, not bad for silly one-off projects, I would say. Also, this really adds to the ridiculous factor of how ice works, the fact that you can do it across a literal void in time and space. But maybe that's just... Oh no, don't hit the boat, don't hit the... Okay. That was close. So I've got a simple enough plan to stop the boats falling into the endless void as they turn around this corner. stop things falling off on the other side, we can do the same. But I think we want to go a block up, yeah. And then we need to have a block gap so that boats can actually go past unimpeded. But now if we have something like this being a buffer, to also stop us falling off the edge, it's maybe a good idea. So yeah, maybe this is super useful, we can extend this. I actually kind of like the way it looks, having these dark oak slabs on both sides of it, like really dark block mixed with a really light block. But let's see if this works, and if it doesn't, we'll have to go get 2 more villages, which is great fun. I'm looking forward to doing that. So here is the final step. Just a little bit more dragging to do. Slide them round this kind of tight corner. Easy enough, working so far. Oh, okay, still working. Oh no! Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that in the slightest. I don't know how to fix this, but I know I need to. Okay, let's try and drag them off to the side over here.
Oh.
That's another thing we can do. Well, you know, it works for them. And if it works for them, it works for me. So now we just gotta get the last of the distance. Also, the pillagers really probably won't like villagers even more. Please don't. Please don't. So much that can go wrong if you do. This is the intensest stand-up I've ever had with a villager. So yeah, I've already placed ice. This is a lot easier to do. You just walk forwards, and then everything else kind of just happens. And just like that, we have villagers deported all the way to the end islands. So there's 2 ways you can do this. There's the kind of Mina deportation way, where you just be like, oh yeah, do your own thing now. The Australia route almost, where it's like, you know, send the convicts over, make them colonize it, make it their own continent. Or you can send it to them to do some hard labor. And you know, I think that's the better solution right here. Because if you hate someone so much, you're going to build a giant road for them, you might as well get some benefit from them, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's jump the info up a few layers, which is ridiculous you can do this, by the way, but if it's true, then we're just going to take advantage of that. So simple. And now what we're going to do is we're going to build them a little house, you know, a house they have to forcibly live in, but definitely very much a house. So now the villagers have a little house, very good, very protected from the elements, and again, very much easy to place. Now we can remove them from the, actually wait, we should place down the beds first before we do that. Now we can place down some beds to make it more of a village to them. As you can see, any beds near a villager, and as long as they're fed, counts as a village, and therefore can be part of a reproduction process. Wait, what has just happened here? He's gone to sleep in the boat. Didn't know that was a thing, but now you learn too. So yeah, now we place another bed just over here, which is also possible apparently. And now they're both going to sleep in the boat together. Honestly, why remove them from the boat? Let's just feed them inside the boat and see if they can breed in there too. I don't think they can breed in the boat. If we break the boat, do they go to sleep in their beds, or do they... how's this looking? Oh, they do. That is very strange. Is there a day and night cycle here, or are they just depressed and sleep all day? Bouncing breath on top of a villager's head. Infinite fun. Infinite fun. So yeah, let's just break the beds. Actually, you know what, they'll wake up eventually. So it's entirely possible that in the end the villagers always think it's night time, because I mean, the sky is eternally dark. But still, we need to... they're not making sense. How about we feed them first, and then we can put them to bed? How about we have the beds be inaccessible? You know, these are all strategies, and I don't know if they're going to work. Oh, a cat spawn, so this definitely is a village. Again, silly that we have like an end-looking cat over here. But yeah, we have a little thing going on, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to break this guy's bread, guys, give him a bunch of bread, and then hope they get some food to do some stuff, maybe. That is not going to work.
Scared of you if you get claustrophobic.
I mean, this is one way to transport a rabbit around with a,
I know I should probably be picking up all this coal. Don't you know?
The wall is technically 1.5 blocks. But let's find out if it does. Fun fact, it does not.
But I was waiting for something like that.
So yeah, I spent too long in the end and now phantoms have started spawning in the overworld, so I'm going to try and just hurry past this whole process. Oh wait, we're going to do this fun thing again where... Oh god, never mind. That's not fun. So yeah, this time because it's just a single rabbit we're taking, like we want a pet, we don't want to start a rabbit farm, because right now there's no need for rabbit farms in Minecraft. Oh no! Why? How did that happen? What? Okay, let's try that one again then, I guess. The good news is we have some raw rabbit now, so, I mean, silver lining and all that. Okay, the useful thing, there actually happens to be a rabbit in the mountain nearby, and because he's trapped up against the wall, he should just fall into it. No, okay, this is not happening at all, is it? Where did that boat just go? Did you see it just vanish into the mountain? What? Can I pick that up? Huh, it literally spawned into the ground. That's a new one. Maybe we can put a lead on the rabbit? And then we can... Okay, yeah, we can put a lead on the rabbit, and then we can just force the rabbit into a boat, right? That should be science. Where is the rabbit? There it is. Okay, there we go. It worked. It took some doing, but we're here. We got another rabbit. This rabbit's better anyway, right? Oh, no, he won't. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Oh, no. Okay, it's fine. Don't know how that's fine, but it is. This is just a really efficient way to kill drowns, apparently. Okay, we're gonna try this again, but this time we're gonna make sure the boat goes kind of flying up the cliff, like this. I don't know how we did it last time, actually. Use some water, perhaps? Oh god, that floods everything. Okay, that's not okay. So yeah, my basic plan here is actually... Oh no, okay. I'm all leave. So my basic plan here is actually just to send the rabbit down on a little bit of water. What could be a better idea, right? Okay, over the edge, over and over edge, and then... Perfect. And now we'll just do the same thing we did last time, where somehow I take all the full damage, and the rabbit is left unharmed. That's all I want in this world. An unharmed rabbit. Actually, just, yeah, to something blow them more, watch have some water go down. And now the rabbit... Okay, oh, this is scary. This is scary times. Scary times. Oh, are we good? We're good. As you can see, now the rabbit's safe. And now the water is gone. Which means, guess what? We can now bring a rabbit into the end with us. This might be a world first, just because who's ever even considered wanting to do this, let alone them following through on it. Even to me, it was like an offhanded comment that I thought, you know what? Oh no, the end dragon egg! Oh man, I am mistake after mistake today. Oh, we can just place the thing down. By the way, this is the rarest item in Minecraft. You only get one, so you gotta make it count. I do happen to have 5, but, you know, that's an abnormal situation. Oh man, there's a lot of bouncing happening here, but it is actually getting the rabbit to where the rabbit needs to be. Oh, there we go. We almost did it. We just gotta bounce the rabbit and then go backwards at the same time. This is really stupid mechanics. Okay, when the rabbit's at the bottom, we'll go this way. No, I just don't understand. How is the rabbit not coming this way? Okay, new plan. We're going to make a little staircase specifically for the rabbit to get in. How wonderfully adorable. You ever think you were going to use the word rabbit staircase in the video? That's something. Oh, what just happened? Okay, the rabbit's now below. None of this makes any sense, okay? None of this makes any sense. Okay, new plan. We're just going to slide the rabbit
Bam.
scaffolding to
Oh, yeah, that's right. I need that freaking iron.
Now I just ride with the rabbit into the end portal, and then I get out, and then I break the boat, and then I pray the rabbit doesn't jump off the end, which is, you know, something that is prone to happen. But let's pray. Let's really pray here. And now here we are on the end. The rabbit's going to run away from me, which is perfectly normal. Oh god, he can get through gaps that I can't. As long as we don't hear that rabbit squeal at death, we're good, okay? That's all that matters right now. Yeah, I can't. I don't know where the rabbit's gone. I might just find. Oh, here we go.
All the
So we're going to tie a lead to the rabbit. We're going to place the boat down. And now we can do the exact same thing. To get the rabbit where she needs to go. You know what's a she now? Most objects are like she's for, you know. If you think that's sexist, take it up with the English language. Actually, don't take it up with the English language. I like the English language. And I take it up with your local historian. Yeah, that seems like a fair thing to do to me. Yeah, this is really, really, really dangerous because I have to basically walk off the edge to get the rabbit up there. There we go. Bit of work. And now, just like that, we have ourselves a rabbit in a boat that we can take with us all the way across to the end. And because it's daytime in the overworld, we know for a fact, if the villagers are still sleeping, then they just have depression. Go, go! We gotta fix that, okay. Now is not the time to be falling off the pathway. Okay, last part of the process here, just a little bit of water falling up and rabbits sliding with it until we get... Oh my god. Oh, I forgot how painful this part was. So the rabbit is now here. Look how wonderful this whole thing is. The villagers are asleep, which implies to me that in the end they just want to sleep all day, because the end is functionally all night. And I can actually understand the game's logic if it sees it that way, because, I mean, it does look like night, and that's how our brains are programmed. So I'm going to break all the beds inside here, and I'm going to place them outside, and I'm going to hope that that is enough to make them still breathe. Like, they don't need to have access to beds to breathe, is what my hopes are. They just need to know they're nearby. Because they are still glowing green. So yeah, 2 unemployed villagers, throw them in a room together, and see if they make love.
Making employment. Unemployed villager.
They went for a bit of a kiss, then realised they're not compatible. They're still very hungry. You know, I don't want to make love when I'm hungry either. That's a lie. Oh, finally! We have... No. Wait, what? Did you just... What just happened? I'm so confused. Let's make some more beds, because, you know, more beds is never a downside. What if we place the beds, like, in a theoretically accessible spot, where they can see them, but they can't use them? Okay, come on. Oh, the villagers are having a very weird relationship right now. I do have to say. Oh, I think they're both doing it for once. But yeah, it's not even alternating this time. They really don't want to have a child, though. This is the problem with sending people to an unfamiliar environment. They just don't have as many children. So more food, and I'm going to place the bed down now that they're like... Okay, the bed is directly accessible, which should... Please don't go straight from wanting to do a thing into bed. But yeah, now we're going to place the beds back in there, and we're going to see if this changes things. They're eating a lot of food right now, which is odd. What is odd these days? I doubt it's light, but just in case.
Oh, it's gravel.
And we'll give them a profession to do as well, like, sure, have some barrels. That's what makes villagers become fishers, I guess. So, here's a barrel.
Hi.
Bam. Hey, Adrian,
Now,
what's up?
Gonna magically become a fisher. Oh, look at that! See, maybe it's because they had the same job, i.e. being unemployed, and that just didn't get them excited, you know? One of them has to be a provider for the other. And if I have to be the one that makes it happen, so be it, right? So yeah, we're running out of bread, despite bringing 40 with us and feeding most of it to the villagers. It hasn't actually gone well so far.
Sorry if I left yesterday, got busy.
It's okay, man. Life happens. I'm not mad at you. Do you?
Making sure there's 3 beds there, now that they're not
Alright man, did you have Esther?
Two fishermen, you know, if that's not a dream. Oh god, you just go straight to sleep.
I don't celebrate Easter, man.
Okay, wake him up. Do some things together, dudes. Whatever it is, just do it, you know. Hey, what is... Can't deal with these guys. That is not how you make love, Mr. Fisherman. Oh,
Oh, I mean, I don't blame you.
because that's one of the common ways to increase their willingness to breed. Because you know what makes people excited?
Oh, okay, if you say so.
Makes people excited. Because there's just something missing. Oh, okay. Never mind, it was just random chance. We now have 3 children. We've got the 2 original people who were in the jungles, and now because this is a new dimension, it's a new area, it's not a jungle biome, it's not a swamp biome anymore, it's something different entirely. We get these default villagers, but now we can have a bunch of breeding because there's beds everywhere, and we can get a bunch of villagers here, which is going to be great. Oh, where'd my rabbit go? Oh, what? How did that... So...
Yeah, how you doing by the way?
Someone's going to have to let me know.
Doing just great.
Do rabbits kill cats?
Doing just great. Kinda tired, but like, it's only because I woke up early.
Behavior. Do cats kill rabbits? That's news to me. I would assume wolves kill rabbits, but cats? Do we have to do this whole thing again? Have you done this to me? You are the worst cat. Man.
How about yourself?
You know, this whole video is making some amount of light about mass decon.
That's good, and if you want you could sleep. And I am okay, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep in a minute. I just wanted to get up out of this hole. Trying to see if this dirt. It's kinda heavy if it's dirt. I don't think it's dirt. I think it's clay. Oh, it's granite.
Okay, I'm back in the open world.
Alright, have a great sleep.
Alright, thank you very much. Have a great watching me do my thing. Watching the show. And thanks for coming through.
No problem, and I will.
Awesome.
Okay, here we go. We got a platform. So now all we have to do is be responsible for how we pilot this boat. Let's get it on. Okay, this is going to be the perfect time to be certain. So as you can see, we've got really go nice and slow. Take the gradient really, really casually. And then the rabbit is going to be okay. It's just what's going to happen. I still would like it slightly huge rabbit, but there's no way around that. Okay, again, be really cautious when you're going up hills. So it seems like you should be able to stop something. When you're in the air, you can't stop it through control. So something like that can happen. But it didn't kill the rabbit. That's it. What's as well noted, animals don't reject language. It's going to be really annoying eventually. But for now, that's the control. At this point, I really am starting to get some deja vu as I'm doing this for yet another time. But this is going to be the best time for it. So, really, that's okay. Okay, I messed it up again. As long as the rabbits are okay, same thing as before. We'll just push the rabbit down in a sea of water. Let it somehow slow. I'm going to question it.
I think we're above.
So we get the rabbit up the staircase. Easier said than done, of course. Okay, now push the rabbit into the portal.
Whoa.
As you can see, rabbits in weird places. And now we break the boat. Oh no! How did you do that, rabbit? How? Please fall into the end. That's the rabbit. And then we just
Oh, look, there's a pillager tower.
Okay, there we go. Just wanna lift the rabbit up. Okay, that worked perfectly somehow. I don't know how, but I also don't need to care.
I don't know
This
how.
rabbit perfectly into the end.
I also don't need to care.
Very weird the way this works, that's fine.
I was supposed to go get some
So this
trees.
time I'm not leaving anything to chance. Actually, wait. Yeah, I'll push the rabbit if he doesn't immediately. There we go, perfect. Now pick this up. Now we grab the rabbit immediately and get it out of there. It's essential to leave the rabbit, because otherwise it's going to jump off the end or something like that. Okay, let's see it. Lead, no, go. Side note, there's another pillager over there. Okay, I'm going to get the rabbit and the bow ASAP.
There's a lot of fishes around.
What?
I was talking about Fisher Crack in the beginning of this map, and so far all I've seen is a bunch of Fisher Cracks, and it's stuff like this. That's a nice island right there.
He's actually alone, which makes it pretty easy. He doesn't actually care about me, it seems.
This place got some really nice islands.
I would say unlikely, actually. So yeah, this rabbit is a 1x1 creature, so he really could have gone anywhere. Oh, there we go. See him around the corner, just like this. And now we scooped him in. Okay, and I'm hunting myself. So rabbits really are this whole thing. But they're useful for what we're about to do. You might think, like, click at this whole rabbit thing, it's a bit whimsical, isn't it? Like, do you need to go there? And the answer is actually yes, and you'll see why. And then you'll want to probably do it yourself, perhaps, after this. Okay, thank God, we're finally here. We're finally good. Spin the boat around. And let's head back to the end. So usually when a country arranges mass deportations, it arranges them on people. That is the generally believed fact. But every now and then, one of the kind of accidental parts of human migration, it's actually sort of trade stuff as well, but also it happens whenever a group of people move somewhere else, such as maybe the
Why is this boat being so retarded?
What's going to happen is a lot of wildlife is going to accidentally, on purpose, be aboard the ship. So to take the rabbit example, the rabbit's going to come to the end, where you might think, like, well, it's going to be a pretty standard thing to expect, right? But the rabbit can actually affect the end in some surprising ways, and let me show you how right now. First, though, we're going to get the rabbit near the village. We're not going to keep that cat away. That cat stays very... No, you don't. No, I will kill the rabbit. Kill the cat, if that's what it takes. You did not know the effort I've been through. It's the cat. Yeah, now we built a little glass cage around the rabbit, just because, you know, this is important right now. Okay, I'm going to be really careful to break the boat and not the rabbit. Oh god, no! No, don't do it! Why are you doing this to me, rabbit? Okay, please get back in. Please get... No, the cat will kill you. Like, not even just maybe. Yes, you will die. Okay, I need to lead up the rabbit. No, don't stop this! No! Okay. Where's the rabbit gone now? Just gotta tie up the rabbit, and then we're golden. I hate this so much. This is such a stupid Minecraft task. I'm chasing a rabbit around the end. You know, you might think the Soviet Union was bad for the people who were in it, but think about how bad it must have been for the people doing all the torture. No one ever thinks of the mass executioners. You know, everyone's always like, oh, systematic execution just by your race, what a terrible thing. You know, genocide, so bad. What about the people who have to perform it, you know? You don't think about them.
Yep.
Shit, have some so eventually the rabbit will just get himself cracked. It's like, just statistically speaking, it's going to happen eventually, right? The rabbit should end up inside there. Come on, just... Why can't the rabbit... Okay, this is what we want to do. We want to be on the other side of the... What are you doing, rabbit? I want this, but on the other side, but I just cannot make it happen. Okay, keep spinning around the rabbit, and the rabbit's going to jump up. Get it. There we go. In. Oh, this is such a wild, ridiculous goose chase. So if I just break the boat on this side, the rabbit will be forced to jump into the... Come on. Yay! We achieved a thing. And all we have to do is lose one lead. That's a sacrifice worth making to make. And just like that, we now have a rabbit in a cage, which is actually really useful for the next stage we're doing here, because we've got ourselves a village, which is vaguely self-sustaining. There's only one thing really missing, and that's that we can start farming some wheat. And you know, I bought some grass in me, just so that we could actually get like a nice bit of grass and wheat coverage. So let's do that now, actually. Just with the power of some water, some light, and some dirt, we can make a bunch of grass in the end. Or, you know, because we need to keep the village population sustained for the future, we can also till the ground, and we can get some crops going. We can genuinely have farming happen in the end, which is really wacky to me, so that's a useful little fact. Let's start a little farm over here, shall we? But as well as just starting a farm, we can actually start a pretty substantial one if we really want to, and yeah, I've got the seeds to do that. So yeah, we have a fully functioning village, which is pretty cool. We can even start trading with said villages if we want to. So guess what? This guy, in case it increases your libido, we're gonna spice and string a few. And yeah, it's all of a sudden this like almost punishment of a colony.
I will need to go eat. If you are still here, I come back. If you're not here, have a great sleep.
Alright. Take it easy. If I see ya, see ya. If I don't, then have a good day. And thank you very much.
You the man.
No, you the man.
There's two other things I want to do right here. One is to make this rabbit less plain, so let's go back to the overworld. So we've come back to the overworld, we're going to grab a name tag, and we're going to call it Toast. This might seem like a weird thing to do, but there are two fun facts about rabbits I want to tell you, because I used to make a lot of fun facts. I love fun facts.
Nope, you're the man.
And one of the things
Well, thank you very much.
They don't really have any valuable behaviors, so I know all the useless behaviors the rabbits have, and one of those is they have a secret texture you can only get with name tags. The second wild and wacky fact is to do with this pillager raid we're about to kill. I'm going to do it just to see if you see. And today I learned you don't. So pro tip.
You're welcome, man. Talk to you later.
Alright, talk to you later, homie.
Not only do you not get the XP, but you also don't get the effect, which is sad. If only they thought about this exact situation when they were programming it. Why is my phone stuck? Oh, it's so nice when you're going perfectly straight on these things.
Bet.
You're not zigzagging left and right the whole time. How wonderful. But yeah, it really does feel most of the way as fast as the US pathway. And get this. It even has some stops. It's still quite difficult. Yeah, it's much faster to stop. Like, it's much more reliable and usable. And given it's 9 times cheaper, it's hard to argue with that, right? Anyway, yes, so the first fun rabbit fact is we can name it Toast, just like this, and we can get a much more unique rabbit. As you're about to see, there we go. This is Toast the Rabbit. This is named after one of the MinecrafT developers, Dead Rabbits. Kind of sad, but it's a cute rabbit skin, so I mean, you know, one rabbit has to die, and in exchange we get a cute rabbit skin for everyone. Seems like a good trade to make using Soviet leader, you know, logic right here. Doing a very good job at it as well. But yeah, let's get out of it.
Whoa, that's pretty.
Now we can make some lecterns, or at least a lectern, and we can also hopefully make some of the, I always feel they're called the compost things that, oh, can't, crafting has stopped working. But yeah, we can make some composters as well, which seems like a somewhat silly thing, you know, given that the farmers don't have access to the farms. However, the reason we're going to do this is because farmers are really easy to get up the skill tree, so by making a farmer, like we can do instantly, it seems, as you know, it's still efficient. But by making a farmer, as we'll do when one of these guys grows up, we'll be able to trade with them much easier. Great. Same with a lectern, we get a librarian, which is really useful for enchanting books. I think having access to mending books here at the end would be a really good idea, and even if not, it's a fun thing to have regardless. Again, this is a mess of a village, we can make it look pretty later, but for now, it is a village.
Oh, I'm coming for you, you see me.
But so yeah, the second fun fact of rabbits was that pillager beasts are actually terrified of them, the ravager, whatever you want to call them. It's a really wacky thing. But yeah, now we've just got a village which is vaguely half contained in this building, vaguely half not. It's strange stuff.
Trying to make a lot of beds.
We live in a family. So it is funny that we actually now have a fully functioning village here in the end. It does have the coolest, rarest village, as it's like villages, it's like the origin villages, so you can see the first ones and follows them. I think that's a really does feel a bit more like, you know, we colonized the moon rather than starting a deportation camp. So, you know, we failed on the history angle of this video. Guess the lesson here is that really we should mass deport people to the moon, because that's how you make successful colonies. But no, this was actually a really fun project, and it kind of inspires me, like, why don't we take this area, like, I like seeing this terraforming, why don't we take this area, why don't we take this existing thing, why don't we try and terraform this entire island some point later, and then have the villagers be the kind of center point of that? I think that'd be pretty fun, honestly. If you agree, let me know in the comments and maybe start it as like a new stream project thing, because this is did you just see that? This was a surprisingly fun task, and I hope we do it sometime in the not so far away future. Okay, so to really round out and prove that this is a village, what I have got myself right here is the pillager raid effect. I have no idea how this is even designed to work in the end. I would theorize that it wouldn't, but here we are anyway, I'm bound to do it. So let's kill some villagers, but in the end, we're actually, should be much easier to kill them because there's no caves that I can spawn into, besides this one that I've made to hide myself in. But yeah, this should be the easiest pillager fight of my life, because they're gonna spawn, and they're gonna be way out there, right? Oh no, they're gonna have the beach access to the villagers. Oh, this might go horribly wrong. Oh god, okay, we've gotta stop them from doing what they're doing. That is key. So yeah, we should get some better protection for the villagers. Really starting to see that now. I think I just set a villager on fire while trying to kill the villager. But otherwise, good round. Okay, so the rabbit must be able to scare the Ravager beast because the cat is trying to kill the rabbit like nothing else. So that's all I want in my life. I want to prove that that effect is real, because it just doesn't have opportunities to come up in real gameplay. Oh, okay, this is the wackiest thing. It's really safe for the villagers, but they all spawn down here, which means they're literally no threat. And also we can knock them off the edge, because we don't need their drops. So, look how easy this is. This is actually, yeah, the easiest way to fight a batch of villagers, I would say. So all you have to do is knock them off the edge like this, and it's over. So yeah, this is maybe the easiest round I've had in a very long time. Just for that one reason. But, okay, here's the Ravager Beast. This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm excited to see. As long as he can't get over to kill the villagers on that side, that's all that matters. So let's see if we can't get this interaction going, why don't we? Here is a rabbit. Here is a pillager beast. Is the pillager concerned?
Apple.
It seems not, actually. Maybe we have to, like, open up a window. Yeah, if we, like, open the ceiling of that, there'll be, like, a line of sight. There we go. Okay, so as long as we now make sure the cat can't get in, because that's essential.
Was that you or me?
Oh my god, the beast just destroyed a chorus part. I mean, that's actually somewhat useful, but interesting anyway. Okay, so let's see if we can get the pillager beast to be scared of this rabbit. Okay, so we've broken him a little bit, but not as much as I'm hoping. Yeah, you know what? This might just be hopeless. I tried my best, but either it's
Pretty
not
sure
on
it's
Bedrock,
him.
it's just a Java exclusive right now, for sad reasons, or for whatever reason, the rabbit needs to be on the loose, or maybe he's so fearless that he doesn't care about the rules. He's at the end. He's literally in some weird dimension where people get deported to. What's now about the end? Either way, though, I've now defeated the pillager raid. I got the hero of the village effect, and isn't it cool that this ridiculous little colony, literally just a rabbit, some villagers, and a farm, actually functions as a working society? And if we want to, we can upgrade the school people. I kind of want to take it all the way to picnic level and stuff like that. We can build villager houses. We can do all these different things, and that is actually surprisingly cool. We might have failed on the whole analogy of properly deporting them to some extent, but what I think we kind of have achieved, in not quite the same thing, is we basically have proven what it'd be like to start a colony on the moon, you know? So, yeah, all I'm saying here is what I've really learned is instead of deporting people to Australia, let's try deporting people to the moon, which is basically what this looks like anyway. And yeah, if that's not a lesson to live by, I don't know what is. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope it inspired you. If you do something like this, I would really love
Presidents play Magic the Gathering. Oh, you can play Magic the Gathering. Presidents play table tennis, Wii Sports. Presidents play 5 Days at Freddy's. This isn't about this isn't about Minecraft or Grand Theft Auto. It's just a video.
I mean, Grove Street is pretty big, right? And I mean, you might be
Gary's
thinking,
mod.
oh, the map ends like right past this bridge or something. This is just obviously the skybox and some fancy trick, right? Well, it's not just Grove Street. In fact, it is the entirety of San Andreas. We have Los Santos, San Fierro, and Las Venturas all within one single map in Gary's mod. Now you might be thinking, the map for San Andreas, the game, is very big. In fact, when I was a kid and I played San Andreas, it was literally baffling how big this game was. And I'm sure some of you guys do already know the answer. It is the infinite map base. If you guys don't know what the infinite map base is, I'll put a video in the top right corner. It's made by a creator named MEE, a dude that is crazy good with making mods in Gary's mod, and this is probably, in my opinion, his magnum opus. Now, of course, creating an infinite map is cool by itself, but he went a step further and made a base that other map creators can use to, well, create their own infinite maps, and that is exactly how this was brought in. I am so excited to test this out. There's a few caveats though. One, I've been getting constant freezes every now and then. Don't know if that's no clip or something. And number two, you guys do need to make sure that you have the 64-bit branch of Gary's mod. If you don't know how to do that, simply right-click on your Gary's mod game, go into the Properties tab, click on Betas, and choose the x64 branch. Your game will update. Wait for it to update. It's like 200 megabytes. And then you are good to go, and you're going to hopefully have Gary's mod with more stability, but also, with this map in particular, you need it. It's a requirement. Why? Because you see this platform? This is the only thing you'll be able to stand on, because everything else does not have collision. But if you're on the 64 branch, you can collide with pretty much anything. Even things like this street post. So I just gotta say, I had to do this. I love mind-bending things in Gary's mod, things that just make you think there's no way that someone could have done this. But like I said, we're getting this freeze every now and then. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm hoping it's just a me issue. But still, it's awesome to just walk around Los Santos like this. Like, the entirety of all of San Andreas is at our fingertips.
Alright, that's boring now.
Know a way to get up to $5,000 worth of gold or silver tax free. Stick around and I'll show you how. First, we'll start with a famous
It's pretty quaint.
I saw this on the news last night.
Hello, sir. Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. So I'm happy to tell you that you got approved for the $1,400 a month in health credits and everyday expenses. And just so you know.
Hello everybody, Boodlyneck here. It's time for another Mods of the Week. Today's shout out goes to Aries. Thank you so much. Those are some very kind words. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. I hope you enjoy this episode, and thank you so much for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Like always, we have 10 fantastic mods to go over. Let's get to them. Anthill Inside introduces a new creative way to automate things in Minecraft. You have a small chance of getting a red ant hive when you mine redstone ore. Using these ant hives, you can automate crafting, cooking, smelting, composting, and item transfer. This mod doesn't really have any documentation, but you should be able to figure things out using the tooltips provided in the GUI. The hives also slowly breed red ants that you can use to create paths to move items. Or if you leave these ants inside of the hives perform their tasks faster. If you want it to go even faster, you can add red sugar, which will speed up the hive's work and growth speed even more. I really love this new approach that the developer took at automation. They've stayed away from technology and made this a little more organic and honestly a little more vanilla. Cat Jammies is a very simple mod that allows cats to jam to music like parrots do. When you play music in a jukebox near a cat, they'll bob their heads to the music, which is great. What's even better, though, is the more music there is, the harder they'll jam, which is amazing. I think this mod has just made it into the list of mods that everyone should have. Alaska Native Craft adds mobs, tools, weapons, armor, and transportation, all based around Alaskan native cultures. Starting with the mobs, this adds seals that spawn in ocean and river biomes, and they spend their time hunting fish. Ptarmigans are pretty much a fluffy white version of parrots that like cold areas. They can be tamed with seeds right on your shoulder and even dance to music just like a parrot. And the final mob added is the moose. These can be found in cold areas, and you can see signs of them on trees when they've been nearby. These guys like to scrape the bark from trees with their antlers. These things are massive, and they drop leather and raw venison, which can be used for a couple different food items. You can make venison steaks by cooking them, or you can mix it with berries in a bowl to get akutak, which gives a random benefit for a little bit based on the number of berries that you add. And speaking of berries, this mod adds 4 new berries. Blueberries, cloudberries, raspberries, and salmon berries, and these can all only spawn in snowy and taiga biomes. Next, we have dog sleds, which are a new transportation option. These are much faster on snow and ice, and they have a chest on board, which is always nice. There's some decorative armor and a claw-like tool called an ulu that's good at breaking the same blocks as shears. But I think my favorite part of this mod are the harpoons, which are pretty much craftable tridents that float on water rather than sink to the bottom. And you can also attach a lead to a harpoon using an anvil, and then you can leash mobs from far away. Very cool. Loot Beams is a pretty simple mod that adds some particle effects above items based on their tooltip color. It works on all items, vanilla and modded. I created a couple custom items to make sure it would work okay with modded items, and it seems to work just fine. This reminds me of a lot of ARPG, hack and slash type games. It's a cool way to make more valuable items stand out, seem more important, and harder to miss when you're picking up loot. MC Story Mode Armors brings 21 sets of armor for Minecraft Story Mode to Minecraft. These all look amazing, and most of them have to be found in chests. Except for Soren's Enderman suit, which you can craft, that allows you to look at Endermen without aggroing them. This is much better than wearing a pumpkin on your head. Magical Lanterns allows you to create some new lanterns that give magical effects to the surrounding area. Currently, there are 10 new lanterns that you can craft using the Lantern Maker. You can get the recipe for all the new lanterns using the Lantern Codex. The Life Lantern applies regeneration to nearby entities and nearby crops grow faster.
Alright,
The
that's
Feral
what I'm
Lantern lights up a huge area by spawning sparks.
That's all I'm gonna do for this world for today. Got a lot done though. Figured out a new mine, found out the pillager tower. There's gotta be a village nearby too. And we'll get started building. If not later, tomorrow. But, ciao for now.